They say credit belongs to the man in the arena who spends himself in a worthy cause. The credit belongs to those who dare greatly. And to those that fail, at least fail daringly. Target terminated. The glory is reserved for the few who, no matter what, answer the call to enter the arena. The call doesn't care if you fight for 1 or 20,001. It echoes out, reverberating across the globe. It only acts to reach the bold, never the timid. It's what's next, what's now, and what will always be.
Scump from up high. 1, 2. This is non-stop. You've got nowhere to run. It's a massacre. Oh, no. Wow. I got 2. Money. Airstrike coming in. It's an ambush. Spawns are out of control.
Call delivers victory to the deserving and rewards the devoted. For when your time comes, there is only one option. Enter the arena. Fight for the call.
Hello and welcome to CDL headquarters presented by USAA, coming to you live from Atlanta in our beautiful brand new virtual studio. The 2021 season for CDL has kicked off and we're here for the Atlanta home series. Now, I actually didn't think I could get any more excited about the brand new season until they told me who I would be sharing a desk with. I have Mr. X and Nameless joining me. First of all, Matt, what's up, dude? How you feeling?
Good. I'm excited you guys decided to bring me back after the kickoff classic. But no, I have a great time with you guys. I have a great time just watching COD and the CDL in general. So it'll be awesome to be a part of the next few days.
Absolutely. It's lovely to be next to you, Matt.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Same room, right?
Nameless. I know. Same room. Nameless, obviously an absolute staple to the desk. Cannot be happier to have you back, bro. How have you been?
I've been great. Getting my house next month. CDL's starting. Life is going good right now. And you guys are right next to me now. So this is going to be a good time. This virtual set is incredible and the matches are going to be even better. So it's a good time.
It is beautiful. We have the gorgeous Atlanta behind us. Look at that view, people. Stunning. Now, talking about views, you guys at home are here to do one thing, and that is to watch Call of Duty. But we have a brand new season starting up here today. So, Nameless, I've got to ask you, man, what are you most excited for at this brand new season? It's 2021.
There's a lot of things to be excited for, but being a former professional, the level of competition being as high as it is right now, it just got me hyped, man. You look at all these teams. And going from 5v5 to 4v4, they've trimmed off all the dead weight. The level of play at kickoff was through the roof. And they've had another couple of weeks to get even better and fix the issues that they had in their first match. So I'm super excited to watch these guys play.
I couldn't agree more. Mr. X, what about you, though? What are you most excited for? What's floating your boat here?
Well, I agree with Ant. The switch to 4v4 is awesome. It's just going to be more competitive all throughout. But I think with the switch to 4v4, getting back on a Treyarch game, just the feel with the Treyarch games and 4v4, it just feels so right. And then you see some of the best maps in their kind of history come back with Raid and Express. I'm really excited at what they have for the rest of the Cold War year.
Couldn't agree more. I think both of you make valid points. I'm excited for all of it. But for me, I think in particular, I am so excited for the influx of new talent this season, because if last season was anything to go by, we've got some rising stars coming up. I can feel it. We had Awakening last season. We had Shotzzy, who took MVP of the entire league. It's huge. So with the likes of Neptune, Diamondcon, Fire 40 coming on board, I'm so excited who is going to be really gunning it this season and who's going to be one of our new legends amongst our midst. So tons to look forward to. But I tell you what, guys, I know you want to know what's going to be happening today. So we do have the US Army schedule for you. What is going on today? Plenty, I can tell you that. We've got some amazing matches here on the board. So starting off your Thursday, we've got Røkkr taking on LA Thieves. They're back in business, baby, and I'm very excited to see what that match is going to bring. We've got Dallas Empire versus Seattle Surge. Tomorrow, we have OpTic Chicago versus Paris Legion. Atlanta FaZe to round off the day against LAG. And don't worry, folks, we have another 2 days of action for you. That is right, it doesn't stop there. We've got LAG taking on Paris Legion. We've got the Mutineers going up against Toronto Ultra. Then we have our Game Fuel marquee match, LA Thieves versus NYSL. And Sunday, it still goes on. We've got Royal Ravens versus Seattle Surge, Dallas Empire versus the Røkkr, and then our final Game Fuel marquee match of the week, we have got FaZe versus OpTic. I know that you guys have your eye on that Game Fuel marquee match right down there on Sunday. So I tell you what, you're going to have to stick with us all week to see exactly what happens. So that's the rule. It's the one rule about that Game Fuel marquee match. You've got to stay with us. I'm so excited, gents. And I think, you know, there's lots to look forward to in the league, including, you know, the re-up of one of the teams that we have seen in COD previously. Now, they're back in business, and I'm not just talking about hoodie sales. I'm talking about Call of Duty as well. We need to take a closer look at LA Thieves.
Well, my off season was terrible, to be honest, really stressful.
For the longest time, we were just kind of waiting around.
And then finally, after like a month and a half of just being in the dark,
We found out that 100 Thieves was buying the team.
I was actually out on a run. I come back, I'm drenched in sweat, and I just check my phone. I'm getting a FaceTime from Nadeshot.
The second I woke up, I had a FaceTime from him and my mom, and I FaceTimed him first because you don't get a FaceTime from Nate every day.
And I literally started jumping for joy. I couldn't believe it. Temp will be our fourth going into the 2021 season on LA Thieves.
I've teamed with Austin and TJ before. We've made multiple grand finals. I always wanted to play with Kenny.
Our vibes all around great. Like anytime we're streaming together, probably like the funniest stream you ever get.
TJ is like one of my COD fathers. He got me to become a pro, so I'm happy to play with him.
I think he's going to fit well in our team. Me, Ken, and Slash are a good core 3, and I think Temp fits the 4th perfectly.
Whatever these guys need me to do, they want me to run a smoke, they want me to run a trophy, I got them. Win the World Championship, Call of Duty World Championship 2021. That's the goal, period.
Now, this team is stacked to the brim with talent, but one person that's standing out to us this season is Slasher. This is his stats from last season. Nameless, I've got to ask you, man, he's obviously an incredibly decorated player, but he didn't quite reach his potential peak performance that we have seen from him in past Call of Duties. So is that kind of, do you think, down to the team dynamic from last season, or is it something else entirely?
I think team dynamic played a part of that, obviously. I think MW was just a tough game for Slasher. Individually, he got pretty good towards the end of the season, but the way they started off, right, like on LAN, it was a little bit of a rough start, and then when the pandemic hit, they had to switch to online. A lot of variables for this team being out in LA, it was tough for them to compete, and I think it was easy for them to find excuses, right? And then towards the end of the season, when Kenny and Slasher went to Texas, they were playing great, and now obviously they're down there with a brand new team, and you know they're extremely confident going into it. And I think this team could do a lot of damage this season. You know, Slasher 6 championships, won 2 of those with Kenny, 2 of those with TJ, and 2 with his coach now in JCap. I think they have a lot going for them.
Absolutely. You mentioned obviously JCap as a coach and has come back into the Call of Duty League. And we have seen how previous pro Call of Duty players make incredible coaches. Just to name one, Rambo, obviously. Very well decorated coach, now has something under his belt, including coaching and a victory there. And he's quite specific with numbers, with VOD reviews. He's very detailed. What type of coach, Nameless, do you think JCap is going to be? But more importantly, what type of coach do you think he needs to be for his team?
So I had the pleasure of teaming with JCap for a couple years. You know, we won 2 championships, and JCap he's really good at becoming a good friend of everybody, but outside of that, you know, he really understands the game on another level. I mean, this guy's been at the top of Call of Duty since, you know, Call of Duty 4. I mean, this guy was winning. So I think JCap for this team is going to be a huge point of interest that you're going to be looking at throughout the season whenever they hit a rut. I think JCap's going to play a big factor in getting them out of it. I think that he's built a good relationship with all 4 of these guys over the last couple of years, and it's going to help tremendously.
Awesome, fantastic stuff. I mean, Mr. X, we need to talk, of course, on the other side, the purple side. We've got to go to Minnesota Røkkr a little bit here. How do you think that they're going to kind of fare against LA Thieves, and what do they really need to do, or what would they actually be happy with, do you think, at the end of this match?
Well, I think when you saw the group selection show, right, it was really like in this spot between Minnesota and Florida, both really good teams. In this match specifically, though, I think what you're looking at is like, does the LA Thieves kind of play how they did in the Kickoff Classic? Are they better than that? We kind of have an idea of where Minnesota is as a team, and they have such a difficult week. They have this match against the Thieves and then the next match against the Dallas Empire. If they go 1-1 this week, you'd be like thrilled if you're Minnesota, and for me, I think this is the game they need to win.
Yeah, definitely. I think for me with Røkkr, it does come down to sometimes, not all the time, but individual kind of performances. I don't like to say that too often, but I'm really looking at Priestahh right now because I know last season, obviously the kid is fire. We have seen him on Atlanta FaZe. We can see what he does on his good days, but he does have hot and cold days. Now, I would love to see him kind of obliterate the cold days as much as he possibly can, because I think when Priestahh is on form and he's performing well, I feel like this could be a really, really good team, a really good team. I don't think it does just lay completely on his shoulders, but I do think it does play a big part into how this team performs, the way that they're going to be playing against some of the bigger and better dogs in the league. So really excited to see what they're going to come out with this weekend, and especially in this first game. But I tell you what, talking about Priestahh, we do have our social soundboard powered by Astro to take a little peek at right now, because he has been tweeting. He said, kicking off the CDL today versus LAC, excited to be back in the mix. So, do you know what, Priestahh? We're really excited to see you back, man. We know what you can do on the sticks, and honestly, I can't wait for it. So, gents, without further ado, I don't think I need to spend much more time on this, because we got a game to come up and play here right now. We got LA Thieves taking on Minnesota Røkkr. We got Miles and Chance in your ears. What more could you want? We'll see you for the break.
The Call of Duty League is presented by Scuff, the official controller of the Call of Duty League. The US Army wants your warrior.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is finally time to get the show back on the digital road. Opening weekend is now finally upon us, and we have got a delightful game to get things going. The LA Thieves gone up against Minnesota Røkkr, and we're here in this virtual set. Look, Atlanta's right behind us. It's your boy Miles and my mate Chance. And if I get this right, there we go. We're basically hugging. Very, very excited to get the show on the road, mate. Chance, how you doing, mate?
Dude, I'm doing fantastic. We've been waiting for months for this moment. Like, we got league play back in the action. I've been grinding Call of Duty nonstop. The match that we get off the rip is like a fantastic one. Even for like power rankings, like we've always wanted to get a feel for where the teams stand. Immediately, we're gonna start to get an indication. I just want to get the show on the road, man. I'm excited.
All right, mate. Let's just get on with it then. Let's meet one of our teams we'll be seeing in today's opening matchup, ladies and gentlemen, the Minnesota Røkkr. Fresh look for Minnesota Røkkr, and I'm telling you, mate, I would definitely watch that entire Netflix series. The lineup now: Accuracy, Attach, MajorManiak, and Priestahh. Of course, the latter two coming in from Atlanta FaZe. Chance, what do you think of the roster? I think on paper, fantastic.
This team is ice cold, like in the truest sense of the form. Again, we are going to talk about their search and destroy all year long. And I think consistently just talk about how clean it is, how they are going to be sort of setting the example that I think a lot of teams in the league will pay a great deal of attention to them, see what they do on the map, and try to plan around it, because I got a feeling they're going to do a lot of teaching this year.
Well, they're currently the Kings of the North. If we take the Kickoff Classic for anything to go by, they did manage to beat their other purple-clad rivals, Toronto Ultra. But we're not going to be talking about those guys just yet. We have our other side of this opening matchup. Ladies and gentlemen, put your digital hands together. Get a 1 in the chat. Los Angeles Thieves.
I'm with my gang, with my squad, what the fuck you want? So I got people just coming in, and I'm never strong. Sometimes I get so high, I never land. Ain't no need to overthink it, I already understand. They be plotting on my downfall and need another plan. But we welcome all that hating, I'm like, they can come again. Made a stack off the game and gave 100 to my man. I don't owe no money to him, I just did it cause I can.
Officially into the league now. We are going to see them in action today. Kenny, Slasher, Temp, and TJHaLy. Chance, tell me a little bit about the Thieves after that 3-0 loss to OpTic last week.
Well, I mean, the 3-0 loss is not going to be the indication of the success this team will have this year. This is juggernauts across the board, everyone winning chips at different points, world champions on the team as well. You know, I talked about the search and destroy for the Røkkr, but even this team, man, not too shabby. TJ and Kenny, been S&D kids for many years, and that's why this match is going to be so fun, man. There is a dogfight right now to be the best in the game. It is not clear-cut, and these are two teams that are looking to take that title from the Dallas Empire.
Absolutely. Well, mate, before we get into our matchup, we're going to do what we usually do, boys and girls. It's a brand new year of the Call of Duty season, but we have got some old familiar faces coming back. We're going to quickly now look at our game fuel keys to victory. The LA Thieves up first, Chance. I'm saying you've got to take advantage of the fact that Røkkr are not as strong at hardpoint, punish them in the slaying department, and build that confidence after the loss against OpTic.
Absolutely, but even that like quote weaker hardpoint game doesn't mean they're slouches at all. They will be ferocious and tough to deal with, but Thieves really need to come out, set the tone early on, and really just make up for the 3-0 loss that they have and try to get that ball rolling, even to take it towards that search and destroy, man. You absolutely need to shut down MajorManiak on the map, or else he will just be a menace from start to finish.
Start to finish, now the keys to victory for the Minnesota Røkkr. They won their first map. If they win that first map and break the spirits of the Thieves, that's what you want to do. Keep them down. Don't let them start to rebuild that confidence. Don't let them start to get momentum in the series, and trust those play calls and search and destroy. It worked versus Toronto. Keep trusting it. Keep building upon it. Chance, tell me a bit about some micro adjustments we could be seeing from Minnesota this season.
I mean, it'll genuinely be a thing. MajorManiak is a great example, Priestahh as well. If you just want to pay attention to those guys on the minimap and see what they do round after round, they will generally be accomplishing the same type thing on the map, but they'll be doing it in 3, 4, 5 different ways, just making sure to give the other team a ton of different looks, mix up the angles a little bit, and just make sure that you are incredibly difficult to deal with. Henny on the side of the Thieves, a fantastic player at this as well. Just making sure that even if you're game planning, even if you know what they're going to be doing in the game mode, it is still not going to be easy to take them down because of the different looks that they can show.
Different looks in the theme so far of the league as we roll now into our first match, and it's a Garrison hardpoint, looking a lot like League play right now. Whole load of Gary, baby, but we are excited to finally get the 2021 season off to a rip-roaring start. Thieves versus Røkkr. Chance, I am immeasurably excited seeing how this one goes down, and already we're off to the races. Røkkr finding themselves the early time, and it's going to be a nice string of kills there from the Thieves to get themselves back in a position.
And that looked to be about the cleanest opening break you could possibly have. We go on board and it is basically 4 down, and the full setup is going to be in. TJ and Kenny, you see they got the coverage over top of each other, and this is already just fantastic time for them to get. Slasher, by the way, 74U, he's got at least in the back pocket, so he's going to be well equipped for any gunfight. Yes, he does get taken down. You can already see nice little bit of time getting developed, still getting the kills from inside of the hardpoint, and this is the exact start the Thieves needed to have, man. They gotta get that ball rolling, gotta make sure you get off to a hot start, and again, just make sure you set the tone for the rest of the year. Nice little 30-point lead they've been able to build.
Yep, onto the rotation now, and it's going to be Temp trying to find his way in first. MajorManiak unable to make those rotations there through the bottom of the crates area. Back on board with Slasher, 5-2 overall. That PIP showing you the radar truck. That's where the next hard point will be. And already Kenny, Temp lining up the kill feeds. They've got themselves solo control. The time's now going their way. It falls to Slasher now. Try to stop these players coming in through mid. Now off spawn. TJ from up higher from that top green position. There's a bit of an exchange of gunfight. And so far, Røkkr able to buy themselves some space now in the middle of the map. Over to Temp. Over on the hard point. Accuracy rips them off the top of the heady. It's going to be to TJ now. And I will say, Røkkr, the break looks good. But here comes the next wave of Thieves.
Oh my God, and talk about the team kills coming through, and then I think the trophy system that Accuracy tried to get it out ended up killing himself because of it. So I was gonna say, just by themselves, they had a very nice job to actually break through. Then unfortunate the way it ends up playing out. The team kill is gonna be a bit of a detriment, and you can see that resulting in the score. It's gonna be an 80-point game going into new. And now if you're the Thieves, Temp's the man leading this charge. If they're able to break through on this hill, it might just turn into a spiraling effect for the game, but Temp gets taken down, Kenny as well. That means at least that first push gonna be stuffed for the side of the Røkkr, finally able to get some points on board. But of course, Slasher in the back being sneaky. He's got that 1v1 against Accuracy, and Slasher wins it, at least for the moment, making sure he can block those spawns for his team. And you can see it result in Thieves getting right back inside.
Well, it looks good, but I wonder how good it sounds. I think it's now time to go into an Astra Gaming listen in to the Los Angeles Thieves.
I can help you. You can take I'll get it.
I push our caution here.
You can be left on this.
One more. Deep narrow.
Yo, one's going deep on the Fox. In top green, major.
Gotta come major.
Top green.
And one's gonna be on you.
One out P2.
One's on there.
Green. Nice. On new green. Now we green.
I have right.
He's on PT right now. He's in the right corner. Oh, one shot.
You in the top five.
Sniper got green. Don't do top green.
Back one shot.
Green.
That boss major was weak.
I don't see him. He needed me.
Working on bros. You on me still.
I'm on trying.
You.
I reply. One shot casters. Literally bullet casters. Can I do it?
There's absolute in the mid in this mid corner right here.
Yep.
Can you nade it?
I can nade it.
Red tap, and front top green.
One shot after. Okay. Wait, I left that bit. I'm one shot.
Get kills.
Yep.
We spawn on the pin.
That's it. I'm
Both of you guys
cat.
play
One shot.
One shot mid. Get kills on spawn bots.
I'm in top green.
What's Rose?
Top green. And then right corner right here. In this corner.
That's one shot.
Thieves looking very strong thus far in the hard point. A nice couple of kills there from Kenny, trying to keep Røkkr in and out of the point. Back over to Slasher now, in full control of that hard point for the remaining 10 seconds. You can see rotations already going down. Attach on a bit of a tear right now at 13-6 overall. Again, that next hard point about to pop wide open. This is the last one of the set. It's going to be still Attach from up high, finding these great kills on these members of the Thieves down low. Fresh mag into the 74U and back off to the races he goes. And again, no one in the hard point just yet. We're still teetering for control right now, and it is actually going to be accuracy on that minimap. Top left-hand side, trying to keep the Thieves in their spawn. MajorManiak now can't quite get involved, and with that, you've lost all the high ground right now for Røkkr. So they are going to be fighting from downstairs. Priestahh in a world of trouble. Can accuracy retain any semblance to the control here to keep the time ticking?
Well, you actually see the problem that Temp is causing. Accuracy is just so focused on green because of the spot that Temp gets inside of, and that is just beautiful play. Not over-channeling, Temp taking his time, because they were getting spawn trapped, right? Like, Accuracy was able to get a couple kills in the back, but just because Temp gets that clearance over towards green, you're able to flip those spawns, keep the Røkkr outside of the hill. And frankly, I mean, how much, 20 seconds on this hill in total was actually captured by either team. Just a ton of either contest or no time at all coming through. Of course, that results in effectively the back 50-50 stalemate. You got the Thieves spawning out once again, but that's actually going to help pinch the Røkkr in. With TJ back in his spot, we saw this right off the rip inside the hill. Wins the big gunfight with the 74U as well. Thieves right back in the wheelhouse. This was the hill where they were the most comfortable.
They're looking very, very strong right now. It's going to be an interesting rotation. You see, we're worrying about that number 6 in the minimap Attach. Just keeping an eye on the flank, but for now, you have to win the fight up front. Through the pipes come a few of them. MajorManiak gets the first kill. Kenny now up next. Priestahh wins his gunfight as well, so Kenny finds himself too. Is there a third to be had? No. MajorManiak's going to get him good and proper. Over to Attach once again. Oh my word, he's finding 2 here right off the rip. 21 kills overall, 7 deaths. The man's on a 4 spree, and with 20 seconds left, it looks like he will be going for the rotation. We do have a decent amount of control right now for Røkkr. The ability to take the lead in this map chance for the first time has been entirely the Thieves' game so far. Right off the rip, though, Attach still making the run happen. 5 in a row before going down. 22 overall. MajorManiak now on a 5 spree, and the cold north of Minnesota is starting to heat up.
And I love the patience coming out at play as well. Attach waited for his team for 15-20 seconds while he was top green before he made a move at all. And again, the smart plays go a long way because that is a long setup for one. Accuracy to be in the back. He's able to pick up 3. He's got your bricks control, but you get that early control over towards that radar truck. And this is a hill that is incredibly difficult to break if you don't make things spicy. Keep in mind, Accuracy in the back just now got taken down by TJ. He did a fantastic job. And you see sort of that staggered setup. You finally get past Accuracy, then you got to deal with MajorManiak. You think you're trying to work towards the radar truck? Well, the rotation is in, and this is looking like it's going to be a very clean and pretty full 60. This Temp decides he wants to fly out an ego trial outside of green, but he's being nice and patient. You can see the rotation coming in. Right now, Thieves making sure that they are very delicate, making sure they keep that right side of the map spawns, making sure they can get the setup on this new hill. See if they can respond with a full 60 of themselves. Right now, all of the Røkkr floating through green.
And so we can slow him down, finds 1, no more to be had there. Lovely work nonetheless. It's going to fall to Kenny now on the warehouse side of the map, top right-hand side, just to watch the center of the map, make sure that no members of Røkkr make their way through. But already, Accuracy making his way forward. Kenny now on your screen, holding down the right flank. Lovely shots into the second. MajorManiak tagged up. Not quite enough to get the kill, though. But Slasher finds himself too. The defense will hold. Thieves still holding the line, and they're going to slow down Røkkr now for quite some time. Again, Kenny trying to be a nuisance from the backside. TJ making his way forward now outside of tools, getting the work done. Temp's watching the rear, and so far, a wonderful setup to get the Thieves back into this one and retake the lead.
And right now, I imagine Kenny, well, number 1 and number 2 on the right side of the minimap, gonna start to try to push up and potentially give up these back spawns in the final few moments, but looks like Attach, again, the main slayer for the team right now, not able to get that second kill, and that was effectively a full 60 seconds to get the Thieves the lead. Once again, very back and forth game we have so far. Now, of course, on the hold, you see Priestahh very concerned about this vents room. Kenny's already been able to slip through just a little bit, but that's where all the pressure comes through hold, and actually a couple players able to get out. Kills getting traded back and forth. TJ inside the hill, and Priestahh, frankly, just needs to find the moment to attack. Finally able to swing over. Ooh. now that he's under Sky Tank. 2 nice kills from him. He's got his teammates potentially going to be looking over him from top green.
Nice bit of time purchased there, nice bit of space garnered on the map, but with 35 remaining on this hard point, that old Sky Tank's going to be the play. Attach trying to find something here. Finds himself a TJ out and about. MajorManiak putting that assault rifle to good work. And the XM4, the staple right now for many assault rifle players. Accuracy now on your screen. Hard point time accumulating. He's got to hold this line. His teammates doing what they can to isolate those fights. Up first is going to be Slasher, takes care of him. Kenny wins another one. Slasher from down low finds himself a second. And with that, the hard point, the Thieves, the breaks have been great. Next rotation though underway. That side of the map looks to be Røkkr territory. TJ's got a thing or two to say about that. Will go down, and it's over to Temp now, trying to find his way forward. MajorManiak's going to be up next. Temp slips the net. For how long will he be able to stay alive? This is a big catch if they can take care of it. But for Røkkr now, it's hold this position, keep these kills coming, and TJ once again right in off spawn, a nightmare on Garrison.
And this is quite the balance as well, because you can see the split spawns coming in. They gave up those back spawns, but Priestahh is still that last man alive. That's who Temp needs to deal with. And while those gunfights are going on, you got TJ trying to set up for the spawn kills. This is a hill that can be very difficult to balance with the timing of when you want to spawn them in the back. For the moment, the Røkkr taking advantage of that fact, at least making things messy. You have a little bit of lights control as well, but Slasher hanging out inside the hill. There you go. The lights kills coming through. Accuracy able to pick up 2 big ones. And this time, once again, this is a hill where not a ton of time has been given to either team on it. But as things stands, obviously for the Thieves, 40 points, and they will take away game number 1, but the Røkkr not very far behind at all. If you're looking towards any sort of setup over towards New, well, TJ back in his home in that first hard point, and he's the lone man there, the Røkkr potentially getting a little bit of spawn trap here.
This is what you're worried about now. Røkkr have basically got them covered. This could be a two-positioned pinch, but no, TJ's going to win one gunfight. Back over towards Kenny, who has not lost a gunfight in quite some time. Priestahh got involved there. Over to Slasher. Priestahh continues the run, and it's an open hard point. It's anyone's game right now. If they can get on board here and start picking up some time, it's going to be MajorManiak on the counter-offensive. TJ in his spot, finds himself 1 or 2 before going down, and oh no, the trophies there is going to take care of MajorManiak. Very unfortunate. Slasher wins another big 1v1. Kenny wins his as well, and the Thieves, they're getting it done by themselves. Over to Priestahh now, trying to make the entry kills. Can't quite get it done. From the bottom of the catwalk stairs, the final 10 seconds now. Can it go the way of the LA Thieves? Can they get themselves their first win here in the CDL of a map? And Accuracy's doing everything he can to try to stop it. The final 5 seconds now as Temp goes down. An open hard point for the time being, but once again, rotations, rotations, rotations. We have Thieves in position for the win. Can they hold the line and pick up those final 5 seconds? That's all they need to do. MajorManiak tries to get involved. It's not going to be enough. And the LA Thieves, welcome to the COD League. The first map on the board.
Back in the thick of it again. They need to set the tone with the first hard point. They did exactly that. And frankly, right from the opening break, I mean, they went up, what, 80, 90 points to, I think, 5 that the Røkkr had. And after that, super back and forth game, but it was really just chaining that opening break where they got that clean 4 down, making sure you keep the spawn, making sure you keep that pressure over towards top green for the rotation. It's just very efficient gameplay coming in from the Thieves off the rip.
Temp, everyone looking solid there. Again, we go back to those game fuel keys to victory. Again, it was you want to punish them in this lane department. The kills were flying through. We saw Kenny picking up some great kills. We saw Attach from the side of Røkkr doing what he could. But again, got to look at those individual gunfights. You got to look at those kills overall. That was all the Thieves. They had that map hook, line, and sinker from start to finish. Some fantastic signs of life coming out of the Røkkr. Again, a massive shout out to them, doing a lot of work clearly in the few weeks between this and Kickoff Classic, because by all accounts, their hardpoint game was the weakest mode they had. They did not have much success against the Toronto Ultra. The search and control, absolutely fine. We'll see if they can replicate some of that success in the upcoming search and destroy map. But chance, baby, high five. Just kidding. We'll work on that. Just kidding. But mate, great way to start the league. Very, very good stuff so far. When we come back after this very, very quick break here in this magnificent virtual studio in Atlanta, we've got more games coming away. LA Thieves, Minnesota Røkkr. We'll see you after this break. Røkkr certainly come to play.
They can't stop it. They can't stop the kid. They can't stop it.
Oh, Priestahh, disgusting. Accuracy's there, nice kill. Bang! MajorManiak, 200 IQ, 10 out of 10 play. Oh my word! But Dashy's gonna save the day. Røkkr, our kings of the north. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We told it was going to be a quick break, and it really was. Here, straight into the quick scope we go. This is Minnesota Røkkr from last season. Their hardpoint winner losses all the way down to their Dom KDs. And Chance, I mean, it's a new look for the squad. Essentially an entirely different roster, really. Not aside the change to 4v4. But brother, I mean, I think this is a good call. I think Røkkr made a decent upgrade in terms of the chemistry of the team.
I mean, I really do think that when this team gets built, like, the more you think about it, the more you like it. Like, off instinct, you're like, okay, like, that's a decent team, like, they'll be fine. But then you start thinking about how the year is going to play out, what it looks like in 4v4, how much different this game is compared to last year. And then it's like, this team might be disgusting. Like, I'm expecting them to be a contender, fighting for the wins. I think the big question is the same thing for the organization, is can they actually get a chip? Can they get a win at some point throughout the year? Or potentially multiple. Why not?
Why not? Well, here's the maps and modes for the upcoming series. Of course, the LA Thieves managed to take care of the first Garrison hardpoint. But now we are going to take a float across the pond from Germany to the United States. It's a Miami search and destroy after that one. After that, we go all the way back to Garrison Control, Moscow hardpoint, and of course, fan favorite raid, S&D. We have to go the distance. I don't think either team really want that. You want to try to close this out in 3 if the LA Thieves. But Røkkr, this is it, Chance. This is the moment for them to shine. We saw the search and destroy prowess up against the Toronto Ultra in the Kickoff Classic. MajorManiak and Priestahh being the players to watch. The pair of them went, what, like almost like double or triple the kills with Attach and Action put together. It was ridiculous. They're the guys you really want to be watching out for. And again, going back to those keys to victory, the LA Thieves take care of the MajorManiak and Priestahh wombo combo. They are deadly in search, and if you can take care of them, it may just give you a hand to take in the win.
I mean, I think one of the main things I'll be at least attempting to keep track of is the adjustment that the Thieves make round after round. Like, once you figure out someone's setup on Miami, it's such a big map, you're guaranteed to give something up. There's so many nooks and crannies throughout the middle of the map. You can swing out over towards the beach, go all the way over towards the boat. You can take a hike if you'd like to. So there is guaranteed to be something left open on every single defensive setup. And it's about these teams trying to figure out exactly what it's going to be. Maybe they 2-stack over towards visitor centers and you could try to flood your way through garage. This map just has, it's a world of opportunities. There's so many different things that you can do, and it can be very difficult to play at times. That's why I'm excited to see the pros take a crack at it, because there will be some very different styles between the teams.
No, very, very different styles indeed. But Chance, we're going to have to slow you down there, brother. We're going to have to reel you back in, because as you saw, we have had a bit of a technical issue. And I mean, no one gets more excited talking about micro adjustments and holding cameras than you do, my brother. But yeah, we've got a little bit of an issue. Players are going to be getting into that lobby ASAP. Don't go anywhere. We're not. We're going to chill. We're going to wait for this to get sorted out so we can get into that Miami S&D. But brother, yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. Again, first time we're seeing Miami now in the start of the CDL. It's very, very exciting. It's a big old map. I kind of compare it to Arcitys Peak. I'm not sure if that's fair. It's just huge. It's just a really, really big place to play in. Besides, like, Arcitys Peak, Dansk, Miami. Big maps, that's all I'm saying. But very excited to see how this one goes down. And yeah, you said, mate, it's all about those adjustments. We can see the Thieves play the big game, you know, try to outsmart Røkkr, you know, and outskill them every chance they possibly get. Mate, we didn't actually talk about this, but do you have any actual predictions for this series? I think you filled your pick'ems out. Of course, you can go to the Call of Duty League website and take care of that. But I filled this out as well, and I think I have this as a 3-1 LA Thieves. Do you remember what your score was?
I'm pretty sure I went with a 3-2 to the Røkkr, and I believe my line of thinking was like, I think both the searches go to Røkkr. I think the hard point gets split, and then I think maybe the control, not even the deciding factor. The Thieves can get it. I just don't think it makes a difference. I'm still just riding the train of search and destroy being too strong for this team. I think they're going to be incredibly nerdy. Even for like MajorManiak on this map, he's going to be the guy that's like looking under the vans and shooting you in the feet and getting kills from lines of sight you didn't think were possible. That's the type of gameplay I'm expecting him to come. And unless there's a strong response out of guys like Kenny and TJ, I just think there's too much of a clear-cut edge in that game mode. Of course, maybe the snipers will make an appearance and can mix things up a bit, but we'll have to get a good look. But that's my pick, 3-2 for the Røkkr.
I like that, man. I'm with that. I'm with that. Again, don't think you can also do pick'ems as well, more on the Call of Duty League website. But here is the point structure for the 2021 season. So home series, you're getting 10 CDL points for each match win. When we get to the majors, that's in a couple of weeks' time. First place is going to net 75 CDL points all the way down to the 11th and 12th. You get nothing. Good day, sir. You don't get a single thing if you come down there, but we're talking about the cash monies. 7th to 8th, 10 grand there. But again, 9th through 12th, nothing. You have to climb out of those lower ranks into the doldrums way up to the highest heights of that first place. $200,000 going to our winning teams of these majors. It's going to be very, very exciting. And then when we get to the very end of the season, the 2021 playoffs, this is how pricing is going to work out. That's a $2.5 million prize pool. That's 1.2 million clams going to first place, 7th to 8th, 2,500. And I'm not sure if you've realized the trend here, but I mean, outside of that, you get nothing. We're not handing out freebies. We're not handing out consolation you tried prizes. No. Only the best here in the Call of Duty League. Interesting to see who that will be by the end of it, mate. It's a weird one, right? I mean, we all have sort of pinned Dallas to be a great team last year. We pinned OGLA. I mean, Clint did. I think he put the house on it. Didn't quite work out for him. You know, of course, OpTic are going to look good. Of course, Atlanta are going to look good. Mutineers, they're always a standout. You know, they're the darkest horse in the meanest seas. Chance, I've waffled long enough. Let's go to Miami.
And Miami is a great place maybe to learn, but even just to touch on what you were talking about for the power rankings, like it's just a dogfight. There is no answer. No one knows. Like, are the Thieves a top 4 team right now? Are the Røkkr a top 4? Are they top 3, higher, lower? Like, there's so much we have to learn and develop. Of course, there's a lot of Call of Duty left to be played. Thieves, of course, 1-0 up on the series. And you talk about piano control. Early aggression from Temp. That trap was set, attached, sitting on the steps and waiting. Able to get that first blood.
Great nade, Kenny. Kenny's nade as well, the double nade there. TJ managed to coordinate that one. Priestahh with the bomb now. And I mean, this has been a fast round. This is a 2 versus 3 situation. LA Thieves on defense. It's going to be lone TJ trying to take care of the B-bomb site and a lone slasher over towards A. Now, slasher's position could be huge if he holds that line for long enough. You've got MajorManiak now making his way over towards A. And this is slow. Our opening flurry of activity is now started to quiet out, and there's damage now being dealt. Slasher's trying to get involved in this fight. It's going to be a straight up 1v1 in the middle of the street. MajorManiak versus Slasher now. And that's a huge win from the Major. TJ now left alone. 1 versus 2 now. An opportunity to get the bomb down. They know they gave the site up, so TJ's going to have to make his way back over. And a chance with just about 20 seconds to get it done. TJ now on the 1v2. This is tough.
And you see the plan for back alley as well. TJ, well, he gets the information on 1. Knows accuracy is by the plan. It should have seen Priestahh down low, so he knows the situation. 2 players either side. He's trying to get nice and aggressive on him as well. Slide now back and forth. You see the shoulder peeks coming through, though, from both of these players, giving TJ nothing to work with. Clinical work from the Røkkr. No egos involved. They say, hey, we got the positioning bomb down. As long as we don't die, we are big chillin'. Just putting in efficient work. And again, TJ, an electric search and destroy player. Clutch factor always going to be present. Røkkr just making sure they keep that gameplay nice and smart. Get that first round win.
There we go, no problem. Now, Thieves on offense. Temp will be the bomb carrier. Looks like a push in towards A, maybe. First time we've seen them on offense, so not really a whole lot to say there. That's going to be the quick class changes. People put away their speed grips. It looks like a 2-2 split. 2 members of Thieves now holding the center of the map. It's going to be Temp with that bomb, making his way forward, and I believe Kenny's going to be backing him up. With that, accuracy. That damage dealt with a Krieg. Wow, that was a fantastic opening kill with the stun connecting as well. That's going to put the Thieves plan back a couple of steps at least.
And already this is a devastating thing. If you take the time to go to A and you get blooded and you don't even get the bomb down, I mean, just look at the map presence and control that they really just don't have. It's going to be very difficult to get to the A site. You try to cross through the middle of the map, you're going to get spotted. You try to cross through the beach, you're going to get spotted. Someone just needs to step up and make the play to find a pick. TJ attempting to be that guy, but he's going to get sniffed out. 2 concurrent picks coming in from the side of Røkkr. Still that 3v2 advantage. Slasher maybe doing what he can.
He's try it, man. He's going to try it. Temp's still managing to get that bomb forward. Accuracy's got shots on him, but he has made his way towards the front of that beach. He's made it up the beachhead, attached now on the flank. There's going to be Slasher. He's about as good as dead. There it is. Now the push towards Temp. It's a 1v2 situation. Temp does manage to find 10 seconds. No, that's going to be it. Doesn't get the bomb down, doesn't get anything to work out. Røkkr finding themselves another round back-to-back. And chance, if it was no ego from Røkkr in the first round that gotten the win, it surely was patience brought home that round 2 victory.
And really just the first blood coming in from accuracy as well. It's a theme of this map. If you can get the bomb planted, it doesn't even entirely matter if the guy that plants dies and like gets picked right after, because if you plant for the right side of that A bomb, you can see it from driveway, you can see it from back beach, you can see it from the boat. You have so many options for you. But if you're trying to push into the A site, down a man, and you have no control of anything, it can be next to impossible. Of course, maybe the Røkkr will show us a bit of the look over towards A as they're going roughly the same direction. Of course, no first bloods coming through just yet. You got top piano control. Temp is making sure he tries to keep that on lock. And, well, Slasher doing the same thing accuracy did. There's a lot of control of the map, a lot of information, and there's the first blood. Deja vu all over again coming through. Now we get to see how the Røkkr handle, well, the 2 versus 3.
Well, they're going to do what they can. On board now with Kenny, who's sitting towards the B-bomb site, but A is certainly where the love is. The bomb is down just on the outskirts of that A-bomb site, so we're going to have to see Røkkr not only take the covering fire now from Slasher, but they have to advance to the bomb site, recover the bomb, go for the play there. Thieves well spread out across the map, perfect coverage, nice shots from TJ at range with the XM4. Now it becomes the 3 versus 1. First blood reigns supreme. Kenny's now on the hunt, making his way downtown. MajorManiak's in a lot of trouble. There's 25 left on the clock. He's now pinned down. There's going to be the win. Thieves stop the bleeding. 2-1.
And you can hear the piano getting played in the background as well. Again, it just highlights the difficulty of trying to push to this site. You have this angle from TJ, again, just all the way in Narnia, effectively in the back of the map that you can hold those angles. There's like 3 different windows from top visitors you have to be concerned with. You got to be concerned with guys on the bushes getting the picks on the cross as well. And effectively, if you're not running a snipe, you're just hoping for decent timing to approach this A side as well. So maybe the Thieves feel that it's a little too difficult to go to A. And actually, well, the pressure might be all right. If you got a double stack on defense towards the A site, you might actually be able to bully out through garage, through top piano. See if you can make a play over towards B. Priestahh in the back alley, and you see attach underneath the bomb. 2 players trying to hold the line.
Full jump peek there. Dashy's watching the close push now from garage, but there's not going to be many players there for a moment, but still, patience will pay off. Any from up high. Flash is still trying to make the street safe, and then no one can come in through the bottom of piano and ruin this lovely song they're putting together. But again, Flash's battle now against MajorManiak, something we may see quite a lot of in this series. The assault rifles go toe-to-toe. Trying to watch the backside of the map, trying to make sure the hotel's squeaky clean. I'm not talking just about being sanitized. TJ now making his way through the garage. MajorManiak has managed to make his way out, and that's going to be a big kill. Opening gambit now is underway, and Slasher, he goes down as well, and blink and you'll miss it. It's a 1 versus 3. It's over, Røkkr. What a bang that was. I almost need to see that round back to truly understand how wrong that went for LA Thieves.
I mean, I think it was Priestahh who was able to get 2 kills. You'll see the both look top piano. Basically, there is a ton of pressure on this young man. Actually, he's able to pick up 3 along the way. But if you have, what was it, I believe attached sitting underneath the steps and he's just watching the close cross for you, that is a genuine 2v4. Obviously, Slasher goes to pick up the flank, but that means if they're able to get out top piano or flood through garage, it's tough to be able to hold that line. But Priestahh doing it like an expert. 6-1 to his name, and I will say in the background, important gunfight that is won. MajorManiak just hunted Slasher down, tracking him just the whole way around and around nice and secure, but 3-1 lead for the moment. And you see Røkkr again trying to go back towards this A site. Maybe a little bit of pressure over towards garage, maybe try to make a little bit of noise. See if you can bait out a bit of a rotation.
Mind games here on Miami. No one's playing just yet. Just under a minute left on the game now. Priestahh, we worried about him in the game field keys to victory, a real thorn in the side of the LA Thieves, and so far so good. Slasher, that's his accuracy. Assault rifles going toe-to-toe at great distance there, both in the running Krigs. Accuracy quickly repositionings there by the Catamaran. Bomb gone down. So, finally, we're going to see some action. Attach managed to sneak through. Great shots from accuracy at range. Unbelievable to get the second as well. The first and second bloods here. This position as well, absolutely preem to take care of the players on the way towards the A-bomb site. TJ making his way forward, cut down a ribbons by attach, and it's all down to Temp in a 1 versus 3, 25 seconds on the clock. Chance, I'm going to call it here, mate. I think it's done. I think it's done.
Done and dusted. And again, you could even see from Temp's POV just how difficult it is. He knows that he has to be worried about driveway, but before that, I mean, just straight up laser beams coming in from accuracy. Wins both the one-on-ones there, and that is just a guaranteed round win after that point. Again, even if Attach dies off the bomb, if he gets naded out, tagged up, whatever it's going to be, even in a 3v4 after the bomb is planted, you can still get a strong hold. That's not necessary if accuracy is getting those picks as well, so job well done. Comfortable search and destroy so far, it seems like, for the Røkkr. As the Thieves, well, I mean, they've gone to A once, gotten stuff, gone to B twice, gotten stuff both times. Trying to figure out something. This is actually a fairly fast approach around towards the beach, or at least they've stacked the pressure sort of high. MajorManiak, though, he might be here just completely unannounced. Not sure if they know about his positioning.
Dude, this could be another MajorManiak 200 IQ play. He just may have put himself right in the sweet spot. I'm just going to check slowly. MajorManiak could find something special here. If those players decide to overshoot and run towards the beach, that could well be it. Accuracy once again. Don't challenge him. Don't do it. You know he's going to kill you. Don't do it. He's disgusting right now. Disgusting. We do lose MajorManiak in the process, and now it's a good old-fashioned 2v2. Accuracy once again from up high. I mean, the dude is mounted. I didn't know you could do that in Cold War. I didn't know that was possible. And he ain't missing. Nice dodge on the nade as well. Temp's managed to make his way onto the bomb site. Still 2v1 situation. You know full well that you are in a bad spot. The park is wide open. And up high though versus accuracy. No, he does it again. Lamar is unbelievable right now. It's 5-1. This is map point. Sheesh.
Best play, he doesn't even get it. And it's always cruel when accuracy goes and picks up all the most important kills. And nope, just the first blood coming from TJ, but I mean, accuracy right now, just having a grand old time on a 5 spree, 7 kills to his name. And it's not like there's any sort of like electric plays coming out to get this like 5-1 win. It's all just very clean cut gameplay, good positioning, and just making sure whether it's Priestahh or accuracy, those one-on-one gunfights with the Krig. Top piano control of Temp goes in for the rush. There's going to be a lot of gunfire here. Kenny, though, was able to pick up 2 just to make sure things get organized around. So finally, the Thieves with some sort of advantage. MajorManiak in the middle of the map. He's trying to get away with his life. He's going to get hunted down. And finally, the Thieves finally able to get some sort of pressure for the round win. Accuracy, though, for the 1v3.
Oh, my God. I was going to say, what did he just try to punch at? I mean, he was feeling something behind him. I mean, that was vicious crossfire. Brutal teamwork from the LA Thieves. Able to make a load of damage early on. A huge 2p from Kenny there on top piano. Man was dishing out shots. Great way to keep this going. Now you need to see a bit of a momentum swing for the LA Thieves, because this is still map point for Minnesota Røkkr to tie up the series. But you've just got to do something about accuracy. Priestahh is dangerous enough, but accuracy at range is just unstoppable right now. You bet he's going straight back to A. It's going to be a 3-man push in towards B on the defense. And Thieves are going back for it. They're like, how many more times can he keep gunning us from top visitor center? Honestly, I think the answer is a lot more. Watching the cross, this is great awareness from Røkkr. They might just be able to read this whole play from Thieves.
Yeah, no, accuracy, that key man up top. I think he saw that player slide over to the boats, and you can see MajorManiak. He hears that call out. He's going to wrap back just a little bit. Clean shots coming in to back Kenny down, but honestly, this is already a lot better. Again, Temp, if he's able to get this bomb down, that is a massive advantage right now that the Thieves are able to get.
This is Operation Overlord, and accuracy, he's slipped past. They managed to get in. Temp has no idea. He's around him somewhere. There's noise, there's comms. Temp finds the first kill from inside visitors, gets number 2 as well. That's huge. There's a bit of a shuffle now. The members of Røkkr making their way through mid-map, but Slasher is on the watch. He's now looking for one more, and it's Priestahh, trying to make his way across the street on towards South Beach, but no. He's been told he can't go there because of some kind of quarantine restrictions in place by the LA Thieves. A great round. Another one back-to-back.
And 2 very aggressive rounds as well. Obviously, the A push, it does take a bit of time to set up, but I mean, Temp basically just runs straight in. You have Kenny that's on the boat. He draws accuracy attention just for a few seconds. That's the clearance for Temp to actually run up on the bomb plant. And again, even if he dies there, still not a bad situation for him to go and pick up those 2 big kills, solidifies the round. But even the previous one, it was that hit towards top piano. Kenny just flies straight in. He's with a teammate. He picks up 2. It is these aggressive rounds where the Thieves have been having success. And you see on defense, they're just flying straight up the middle of the map. Temp keeping the aggression as the theme. TJ with the first blood. Temp hunting down for the trades. 3v2 early advantage for the Thieves.
Well, you call it, you're like, yeah, they're going to be really aggressive. That's where the success is found. And all 4 dudes were running down the middle of the street. I mean, I'm sure that's a regular occurrence in Miami. It's a crazy town. Attach does manage to make it over towards the A-bomb site. Oh, no. Tags up. Oh, no. Slasher brings the Krig to the party. Now accuracy in a 1 versus 3. Possibly able to retrieve the bomb. But he still has Thieves all around him. This could prove to be sneaky. If he can play this slow enough, he might be able to divert some attention, maybe get those defending players away towards the B-bomb. But again, for accuracy now, with 38 seconds remaining on the clock, he does have to start making a move. His iron boots now in gear. The slow machine whirrings, eyes on Temp. Nice shots at range. Beautiful awareness on the Slasher. But Thieves once again get it done. And now it's 4-5. 3 rounds in a row. 1 more and we're all tied up.
And I will say, beautiful angle right there from Slasher. He actually did spot, I think, just the foot of accuracy crawling away because he saw all of the arrows on the minimap turn towards visitors. That means Temp from driveway knows what to pick up. But again, the key of the round, just the aggression. TJ just flies straight through into Piano, gets that first blood, and they hit it from, again, talk about the micro adjustments, a different angle. Instead of flooding in through garage side, you flood in through the middle street. Of course, Temp was there from follow-up as well. Back on offense, though. Thieves, 3 in a row. Looking to see if they can add some more. By the way, you see the same strat Attached doing the TJ thing, and well, MajorManiak was doing the Temp thing. He's already made it to driveway. They have no idea. He finds the cut, looking for the second as well, and the nade might be enough to clean him up or try to back him down. MajorManiak playing with his food before the kill comes through. 2 big kills for him to open up the round.
I was worried that the food was going to get a little bit dangerous there, but the air fryer goes out of commission. It's a 4v2 now. This is for the map. Temp's backed on up. Bomb still in hand. Kenny has some control of the A-bomb site. Does have to worry about accuracy upstairs. He knows he's there. He's been there every round. It's worse than apathy in the vents on Garrison. You know it. You just know it. MajorManiak now, though, on the slow and steady wrap. And this is a very, very clinical approach from Røkkr to set the table. And now it's time to feast. Kenny goes down in the end, and that's going to be it. On the Temp, 1v4. Make it interesting. Try to bring it home. First kill goes his way. The immediate trades are going to be there. Accuracy's going to find it. Minnesota Røkkr. They keep their metal together, and they take care of the search. That's the series. All tied up.
Who else but MajorManiak? Just floods straight up the middle of the map. Had a little bit of help with the bait from Attach, who flashed himself just for a brief moment in front of Piano, but just goes and hunts these kills down. Just to play, even the patience, man. Because if you're the guy that's floating in the middle of the map like that, you're worried about getting shot in the back from top balcony, players that flat over towards the beach side of things. But he knows exactly what the timings are going to be. Make sure to not rush into things with TJ, get that pick, and solidify the game. The expected, at least in my mind, bounce back, search and destroy from the Røkkr.
Great search from the Røkkr. Again, we expected that of them. You did have to watch out for, we pinned it on MajorManiak and Priestahh. In that game, we saw a lot out of Priestahh, but accuracy was just ridiculous. It was 9 and 5, but we saw those rounds basically decided by him and those huge long-range gunfights down by the beach. You needed a lot more than sunscreen to protect you from that, man. That's what I'm telling you. But Matt, I mean, when I think of like the tale of the 2 teams there, Chance, like, at the end of the day, Røkkr were more clinical. They like to set the table before eating, whereas like Thieves were like, I've cooked the pasta, I'm going to eat it straight out of the pot. Let's just go. And that style, they got there a little late, but they managed to find that momentum. They managed to find those big round wins. Dude, I think if they had almost got there sooner, if they'd managed to find that pace, like maybe 2 rounds in, 3 rounds in, this could have been a very, very different search. We could be looking at 2-0 here.
The pacing thing could have been a big difference maker, or just win your gunfights against accuracy. Again, the number of one-on-ones that he was able to win from top visitors that basically just win the round for the team. So got to win the gunfights. That is always going to be an important factor in search and destroy. But again, close game in the end. A lot to be learned, I'd say, from both of these teams. I believe, Miles, we have the league play simulator for map 3 of Garrison Control. A fun one, as always.
Well, dude, if anything, I saw a fellow commentator, Bryce Tacular, tweet about it today. We're going to be real good at it after a while. Before that, though, we've got our Army tactical play now, US Army tactical play, and it is going to be from round 6. We are going to be watching accuracy, delivering just swift destruction from atop of the visitor center. And Chance, I mean, this position, he has great view over the center of the map. He can see park, hotel. He's got the views of the bottom side of the beach as well. It is a power position through and through, and accuracy really milking it for all it's worth.
And again, he's so safe up there as well. He can afford to just take the time, dip out of the gunfights. If you feel like they're not going to win it, just buy yourself some time. And it is just a moment from Slasher where he's exposed for half a second and just gets dropped immediately. Not easy to deal with the positioning coming from the Røkkr. And again, patient, efficient gameplay. No complaints. For me, none at all.
No complaints whatsoever. Well, we will have maybe one complaint. That's where we have to go to a break. But we have to go to a break. You shouldn't be going anywhere either, because when we come back, we got ourselves some sweet garrison control between these two teams. We welcome you once again to the kickoff here of the 2021 CDL season. Don't go anywhere, really. We'll be right back.
Call of Duty League is brought to you by GameFuel. Use code CDL2021 for a special CDL launch event discount on GameFuel.com. Tournament audio and team listen-ins are powered by Astro Gaming, the official headset and mix amp of the Call of Duty League. Coming into the 2021 season with a statement. That's a 3-0 over the LA Thieves.
So you think you know the Call of Duty League better than anyone? Well, prove it by playing the CDL Pick'em this season. Make the max predictions each day by 12 p.m. Pacific, and if you're right, collect your points, admire yourself at the top of that leaderboard. Don't forget there are awesome prizes available all season long for the biggest winners, so don't forget to get your picks in. I know I've got my picks in, And I think so far I'm doing all right, Chance. I know we're part of the CDL Talent Rule and Leaderboard together. You can create your own leaderboards as well. It's a lot of fun. Fantasy fans around the world rejoicing. There's some cool prizes to be had all season long. But yeah, Chance, you had a 3-2 for this one, I think? 3-2?
I'm like 90% sure.
I'll check.
I have a terrible memory,
check
but yeah, I'll go with 3-2.
I'll check after this. I'm on board. I'm down. But again, tweet us your graphs, tweet us your screens. We want to see who you think is going to be taking care of everything this weekend. But with that being said, mate, we've got the LA Thieves going up against LA Røkkr now. We want to touch upon one of the greats in the scene who has retired as of last year, JCap, the coach of the LA Thieves. Man, I mean, Cap is a living legend. He's been around for a real long time, multiple-time world champ. I mean, he's done it all, Chance, and now he's a coach. Can he climb up and bring his boys a championship? I mean, I think that'd be something that'd be really exciting to say. We've been talking about this now when it comes to players. Cap's been around for a long time. You know, he retired on the 2nd of September. It's still very, very fresh, but he didn't waste any time in getting involved as head coach. Surely, winning world championships, becoming a household name in the Call of Duty world, and now as a coach, if he can bring back a championship for his squad, a world championship at the end of the season, surely that's it now in terms of lifetime achievements.
I mean, he is one of the players, like, he has so much competitive Call of Duty experience, more than some, like, entire teams combined. He's been around for, like, a decade or more so. He's done it all. He's seen it all. And he's honestly, like, one of the first picks. As soon as he retired, I think everyone in the community just kind of knew. They were like, he's going to be a coach. Everyone would want him as a coach. Everyone has high expectations. And honestly, I have to imagine, just a fun guy to be able to work with day in and day out. So high expectations for the team. High expectations for JCap, who I think referred to himself as Coach K, which a little early for that, but we will see.
You had to tell me who Coach K was, and I was like, okay, that's definitely a little early, but I respect it, and we know Cap's watching. We respect it, mate, and we hope you find all the success you can this season. But with that being said, we're almost ready to roll into map number 3 of this series. We have Control coming up next, and maybe not all the fans know exactly how to play Control or what the scoring system in Control works for. And even saying Control, it's a funny word, but there we go, Control. Each team is going to be given 30 lives per round. A round is won by eliminating the opposing team's lives or capturing both points on offense. The defensive team can win by the game clock running out or killing all the other opponent team's lives, and the game clock stops while the offensive team is capturing a point. First team to take 3 rounds will take the match. And don't forget, the game clock will receive a little bit of extra time if a team does manage to capture a point. So, a very exciting game. Again, we talk about if Hardpoint and Search and Destroy had a baby, Control certainly got the finest features of both of them. But dude, I'm ready, man. I'm ready. We talked about the game fuel keys to victory before the start of this one. Røkkr have some mean spawn traps. We saw them, actually, it was on Checkmate. We saw them against Toronto Ultra, and they were the 3-0 smash in there. Can they find the same success here against the LA Thieves?
I mean, again, it is very much about you just don't want Røkkr to get in those types of positions, right? Even just like what we saw from accuracy from top visitors, if he's allowed to just post up and be that laser beam, that is where he thrives. So if there's a moment, especially so on these defensive rounds, if you just let that top green control go away, or if they can get a player into your caution and start to go for those spawn kills, it is just incredibly difficult to get out of that break. And it is a horrible feeling, which I have experienced dozens of times in the past week on this map. If you're coming off spawn and you're taking gunfights within the first second or two, it is just so difficult. It can be absolutely demoralizing. You gotta be very careful on offense. That's the thing about Control. You never wanna go 4 down.
Well, things have started pretty quick, and Minnesota Røkkr, they managed to get a couple of kills. They're already on the point. You know what, Chance? Let's just do it. Let's get straight into this one. It's now time for an Astro Gaming listen-in with Minnesota Røkkr.
I have your green, I have your green. Look, I'm tools right now.
I don't see back out.
Yo, I'm nading it.
Brick,
One more brick. One shot brick.
Green,
I
I'm
got brick, one shot.
Oh, he naded me.
Oh, he's got brick, TJ. Yeah, you might go green, you P-Dog, I don't have you yet. I'm on, right? I don't have your mid.
Floating, bro. Yeah, he's back, yo, he's back on.
We'll be back, yo, I'll have you at. 2
He stuck me, bro.
Alright, go green. 2 green. Hit him with the nade green. TJ's green deck.
Big door, Kenny.
One's green. I'm a stun stack.
Right side mid.
Stack that. Right side mid.
Right side mid.
2 stacks.
No,
Your green is open. Watch your green mid. 2 mid. No, there's 2 mid.
Oh, okay. I'm on the ground. Do you see anything?
No, I don't see shit yet. Could be Vent or L.
I'm looking. One's vent. Outside of vent right now. I got one. One more. In the same spot. B-hop.
Both points now being captured. Chance, decent comms from Røkkr, but we're seeing the pace now being set by the LA Thieves. and they get themselves back into this one. 2 ticks completed at B. B has 1 section left to capture, and you can say goodbye to that one. Kenny now on the defense, over by A. Slasher watching B. Slowed this game right down. This is what you want as the Thieves. 30 seconds remaining on the clock. Slasher finds 1. MajorManiak now in lights. Oh, the Slasher. It's the old right hook of doom. Puts him on his back. 20 seconds now remaining. And Slasher still reigning supreme over the B site. TJ now making his way forward. And this is a great timing push for LA Thieves to close the round out. You can safely say it's done. A long and difficult journey across the map for Røkkr. No one's going to be able to contest. Solid showing here on defense. And I think it's safe to say, Chance, that defense reigns supreme here on Garrison.
Oh, and that was a very much put him in the dirt kind of moment towards the end as well when you get the spawn traps, just racking up the feed. That is beneficial long-term for the round 5. I will say, though, there is an idea from the Røkkr that I actually really appreciated. They just stacked up green off the rip once they had some control and left 1 guy on the B point. And what that is from the Røkkr, instead of saying like, hey, we're just going to get B and go on from there, it's like, if you mess up and give up A pressure for a second, we're going to attack that point straight away. The Thieves, of course, did a nice job making sure they keep pressure on that side of the map, but you can see the Røkkr just sort of poking and prodding, waiting for a mistake to come through, but job well done. Now we get an opportunity to see the Thieves on the attack. A fairly similar style. You get that 1 man on the B point, TJ. Job is just to play his life and try to bait out some of these players because everyone else on Thieves is playing for control.
TJ still good. Gets it done with the Diamondcon in the end. Kills for his teammates now in the back end. That's going to be the first tick at B complete. And man, they've pushed Røkkr almost clean out of this one. It's unattached. It's a solo play. Shots are there. Can't get it done. That's B essentially captured. I don't think anyone's going to be able to get close to it. Now you have to refocus all the attention for Minnesota Røkkr towards the A zone. Straight onto the point we go. TJ and Co able to hit through the rear. Attach watching the flank now. Great job. MajorManiak on spawn. Can TJ time this right and push forward? Just about wins the gunfight. That's huge. If you can find another one, he keeps this part of the map looking real dangerous. Now 1v1 MajorManiak goes down as well. TJ on a 6 spree. That was a wonderful bit of work, and Temp's going to fill his position up immediately. You're trying to keep the members of Røkkr now trapped in a position on spawn. I told you to look out for Røkkr's spawn traps. I didn't realize the Thieves had them too. And this is looking very, very good for LA Thieves.
Accuracy and MajorManiak, though, winning big gunfights. Still, though, Temp is behind enemy line, so there is that constant pressure they have to deal with. You see Temp causing problems on one end. Meanwhile, Accuracy was going for the spawn kills. Everybody's already passed. He might be able to start shooting some of these players in the back, but they're just straight up flooding through green right now. 2 players already inside. Kenny up top. Accuracy still has not got involved. Finally, he's going to be jumping up. And, well, there's free kill number 1, free kill number 2. Attach is going to be there for it. They were getting spawn killed for quite some time. While they are still down by 2 lives, they have done a very solid job stabilizing, getting that green control, and getting presence over towards lights. For Thieves, well, Slasher the most aggressively pushed out, but no one past that 50-yard line.
Good news for Thieves, though. You have a minute to work with still. TJ finding kills. Starting to creep on over to the halfway point of the map. See that number 3 on the minimap? That's going to be Slasher. Can he get involved in min-map as well? Accuracy, though, and Attached, they're still out there fighting. Accuracy on a spree right now. That's 5 kills in a row. And now he puts his attention directly onto the spawn of the LA Thieves. That could be number 6. And here comes the push. The nade doesn't work out. The stuns come through. Kenny's going to find the kill. An open lane now to work with for the LA Thieves. But they've got to go, man. Less than 30 seconds remaining. Time to make the play. Time to go forward. TJ, he's on his horse and he is charging in the battle. 2 kills up his name straight away. Accuracy once again. Attached from behind. There is not a whole lot you can do right now for the Thieves. They had 1 decent window with 15 seconds remaining chance. The round could... It's over. It's done. The round is finished. Kenny can't make it in there, surely. There's no way he could get his way in there now and go for the contest. Priestahh's going to hold it. The trades are there. TJ, 3 seconds. Can he get the contest? Can he jump on the point in time? No. Dead before he even hit the ground. Minnesota, they tied up 1-1.
And one of the most important factors for that tying it up 1-1 is they were down a lot of lives. They were down by 7 or 8 at one point. Well, they evened that back up and then some. I think they came away with this round with a 1 or 2 life advantage, and well, Accuracy, best play and well deserved. He was a man that came on the flank for top green when there was 3 players that had come past him. He goes on a 5 spree in that moment. Even after he falls, he comes off respawn, goes to the back tank, and picks up a couple more, just making sure you're nice and stable in your spawn. Obviously a nice attempt by Thieves, but just highlights the difficulty of winning offense on this map. And again, that's why I talked about the idea from the Røkkr. Keeping that green pressure even early on and see if you can make an approach. But now TJ going on the flank. 1 player in the back and already causing problems for Røkkr.
Oh, sneaky, but MajorManiak, those shots were great. Able to stop the damage there before it could really get out of hand. And Kenny, this is that top green position we're talking about. It's a very, very strong spot to be in. You can overlook those players making their way in through the warehouse. Okay, Attach is going to get it done with a nice nade there. He finds himself two. Attach now making a way through the middle of the map. He opens up the lane, gives his teammates some space to work with. But again, Røkkr are on offensive now. They are trying to make their way in towards those zones, and MajorManiak takes care of one on B. So that's it. We're going to see the members of Røkkr now capturing the B point. Attach making his way in towards A. Finds the first. Done nade. Cluster goes out. What a brilliant kill that was. The nade comes through. Temp lands on top of it. And in the end, Kenny's going to get the trade. A nice adaptation there from the Thieves to not let the 2-point capture go down at the same time. Tongue-tied this commentator. Now we go back over to MajorManiak. 2 ticks at B. Now complete. And this is a good look. Can they hold the line? Can they get the full capture at B? And whack another minute on the clock.
Yeah, and TJ, just all the ego in the world. Nice little slide into the gunfight, able to take down one. State of it though, you got Røkkr up 2 lives for the moment. That B point is going to be secured. Maybe they might be thinking about just trying to flip through green here. Røkkr, of course, you see Accuracy dancing around, but as soon as he jumps down, that's no longer the play call. It is try to work your way around the back of the map. You see Priestahh through lights swinging around, Accuracy doing the same thing with him, and there is nothing here for Slasher. All the pressure in the back, and it's Accuracy, even with the AR. He's the one in the back causing problems. Kenny, though, is able to take him down, winning the gunfight against his former teammate. Of course, attached to the lone man. Well, that's a play attempt getting stuffed right there for Røkkr. Again, they're trying to take the long way around. It's not easy.
There's a lot of talk about Kenny being one of the finest 4v4 players around, the brain, the aim, you name it. Man is slaying, but MajorManiak is doing a really good job at distance, keeping these members of the LA Thieves on defense out of the action. Trying to slow him down. Nice shots again. Up it's going to be TJ. He gets cut down as well. MajorManiak, 4 kills in a row. Make it 5. That's a nice bit of a spree he's got himself going for now. Over and done, though. No one is still able to make it onto the point. All these kills are great. Keeping the life count relatively even. Those are underneath the scoreboards right now. 12 lives remaining for the LA Thieves. Minnesota Røkkr currently sitting at 13. Winding up now for another hit on towards the A site, but man, it's hard to get in there. We're going to try for it. Kenny's going to cut down 2. TJ finds another one, and Chance, what do you know? The defense holds.
God, and I will say, such a good play call from the Røkkr, too. I think they identified that Kenny was the lone man on the site and that everyone else from the Thieves were back towards the light area. So they say, hey, let's just try to flood out as fast as we can. Well, you see the position Kenny's in. It is difficult to lose gunfights when that is the head glitch you are holding. You are basically invisible to the team. So I will give credit to the Røkkr. Hyper aware of the situation, making those correct reads. Accuracy, the vocal leader for the team oftentimes is the man that's going to be making those calls, but the gunfights are coming that way for Kenny. Not much you can do. And this is really just truly the ultimate battle, man. See who can win an offense first, because even though Røkkr are down 2-1, you got to imagine they're not hyper concerned with being able to force a round 5.
Force that round 5, you're all good. Here we go. Shoes on the other foot now with Røkkr on defense. This is something we will see throughout the year. Garrison Control does seem to play like this now, but again, there's a lot of hope for the stylistic changing of these teams. If they can work out how to win these offensive rounds, things will look very, very different by the time the season finishes. Trophy systems at play now. TJ, I'm going to watch 2 angles at once. Those players coming out of the lights room in front of him and the vents directly behind him. If he can time it right, all good. There's the contest from Accuracy. Watch the flank open up in just a moment. Oh, teammates are all over it. Thieves, great hold. There's the first ticket B.
That's a really nice setup as well. You see TJ, well, the concern was him getting flanked through vents. His teammates had that, so Accuracy, as soon as his teammates fall, feels the pressure, tries to win the gunfight, but TJ, again, it seems like anytime he's near P1, he's on point. The stick coming through, though, for MajorManiak. And you just see the Thieves right now, not a ton of map pressure at all. The 2 ticks on B, though, are certainly nice to have. Of course, the 1 life advantage doesn't amount to too much for the moment. Right now, MajorManiak, effectively the lone man in the middle of the map. He is getting hunted down, but causing problems while this is happening. Getting tagged up from underground, shot in the back, shot in the side, shot from everywhere. But either way, when all is said and done, still flooding out green, potentially spawn traps getting set up. Accuracy already moved into that deep green alley. Kenny, though, aware to take him down. This is the spawn trap. This is the setup that the Røkkr want to have.
They're looking to try to make the trap work out. Priestahh, he's making his way forward now as well. Slasher tries to fight out through the left-hand side of the map. Trophies go down, shots are there, not enough to get it done. Temp through middle, nice bit of work, great awareness just to clean those players up. 19 kills overall for Temp. He's made his way onto the A zone. With that, you've got B being captured at the same time as well. Temp, though, playing the advantage. He's got the positional advantage to work with now. He has to keep those players out of this bricks area, make sure those reinforcements don't get in towards A. Meanwhile, his teammates now capturing the A point as well. Kenny and Temp working together very, very well. B's already been secured. This has been an incredible sign of life now from the Thieves. And here we go, baby. Streaks are coming out as well. The artillery strike's going to slow him down for now. And it is raining hell on Minnesota. And what do you know? The LA Thieves, they get it done 3-1. You blink and you'll miss it, just like that, an offensive round victory. What a huge turnaround from LA.
Just so snazzy, man. Again, the balance you have to have of defending A and keeping pressure on that side of the map. It was Temp was hanging out in green, and it's like the light bulb goes off in his head, and it's like, wait a minute, we just killed enough players. I could just walk straight through here. Gets into that bricks control, gets a couple kills, and then you have to imagine the comms in that situation. It's everyone go through green, flood out towards hill, everyone just go. You get the 4 stack, it takes 5-10 seconds to get that capture. That is literally just a moment. A small mistake, a mishap for the Røkkr. The opening taken full advantage of by Thieves, who again, in control, man. Not looking too shy.
Not at all. I mean, I wanted that play from Temp at the end. He managed to get on the A point. He pulls a bit of aggro. He charges straight through. Buys the time for his squad to get in there. I mean, once you're on that A point, you have to buy the real estate. You have to move forward. Make sure you hold that bricks room. Don't let those players make their way through. There's your stats. Oh, the stats tell the entire story there. Those individual plays, they make the biggest differences. And boy, we got a series on our hand, Chance. I mean, there's a bit of a change here, dude. Now that you see the control go the way of Thieves, we're going to go to another hard point now for map 4. The hard point game was mostly LA Thieves there. This could be a 3-1. Genius. You know what? We got to go to a break. I know. I was going to give you a point.
We do have to go
I was going to give you a point. But instead, we're going to throw to a break instead. Ladies and gentlemen, we are almost ready to rock and roll into map number 4 of this series. As exciting as I am to talk to Chance, it's wonderful to have him here in his digital self. We're like Tupac and Kim Kardashian's dad. It's a bit weird. When we come back after this break, more Call of Duty action coming up. Like, I've had enough of this. It's fine, the game's over. Ah! Somehow he finds that kill. Lines them up. Unbelievable.
I cock back, take a shot, get the kill switch.
Lining up for Temp, though. He's able to take down 3. Woo!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Call of Duty League. We've got our map number 4 between the LA Thieves and Minnesota Røkkr coming up next. very, very excited to get into this one. I've had to compose myself, and it's getting hot here in this virtual studio, I'm not going to lie. We're in Atlanta, digitally. It's right behind us, the beautiful skyline of Atlanta. We truly wish we could be there, but hey, man, this is the next best thing, right, Chance? This truly is.
I guess we certainly have to take what we can get in this COVID era, but again, just happy to be back with some Call of Duty action. No complaints from me, Miles. None at all.
Well, we've been screaming about how it was going to be a very good year based on what we saw at the Kickoff Classic, between the new rosters, new game modes, you name it. It's already been fantastic so far. But let's have a quick look at these teams again before we really get deeper into this series. We've still got players getting into this one. Let's talk about the Røkkr first, mate. Minnesota Røkkr made a massive change coming into the 2021 season. We basically saw, almost the whole squad, right? It is the whole team. We saw Accuracy and Attach come in from the New York Subliners, MajorManiak and Priestahh. They're coming in from Atlanta FaZe. It's a completely new look. Ragnarok is finished. The world has been reborn anew. And Røkkr, honestly, man, I mean, on paper, this is a squad that has the most clear-cut roles defined. You got your main AR, you got your flex, your super aggressive sub players, and the sum of their parts, Chance, I think it's got the makeup of what I think will be a championship-winning team later in the season.
Well, I mean, look, I would say the one thing that I don't think any team in the league has any doubts about, they are going to be strong. You have to game plan for them. You have to make sure you bring your A game or you're going to get punished for it. But that's like the second step is actually winning those tournaments, right? Like being competitive is one thing. But taking down teams like the LA Thieves at the moment, it's looking like quite the difficult task. So we know they're going to be strong. The question is, can they make that next step? And of course, that is something that is completely up to those guys to be able to prove, excuse me. Back against the wall right now in the series, down 2-1. They have struggled on hardpoint, and granted, the only 2 series that they've had so far this year, but they need to get that bounce back just to force the game number 5. We know if they can get there, they're going to be comfortable. But that is not an easy road ahead.
No, not at all. Moscow hardpoint coming up next, comrades. Again, the worry here for Minnesota Røkkr is the hardpoint game hasn't been that strong. This could be the LA Thieves' chance to close it out. It's going to be a tough one for him indeed, mate. I think, thinking back, a bit of analysis here, side analysis from this lazy commentator, but like, mate, the old Røkkr squad, high hopes. They got far, they got second places, and then they kind of dropped off. I don't think that will be the case with this team. I think these guys will be a little bit more consistent, but we'll see how we go. Anyway, right off to the Metro. Everyone's brought their tickets, and there is already a gunfight raging around Kenny, bro. Who kills Kenny, bro? But Røkkr will win the opening gambit. They will get the first time, and it's over to Slasher by statue now.
Kenny, of course, a standout player. I think it looks a lot like Quavo from years past, just a strange sort of similarities between the players. But I think for those of you that remember Kenny, forced to be reckoned with on the map. Of course, now in Moscow, well, he's the man picking up the rotation kills. He's picking up double kills off the opening break inside the hard point. He's making sure that he keeps the rotation secure. Admittedly, Røkkr, well, they have a slightly small lead here on P1, but it might not amount to too much because, again, this is not the money hill on the map. It's the next couple in a row where you really start to rack up that time, and the Thieves have done a spectacular job of keeping that control, keeping that map spread, and not giving too much of an opening to start to push through. But now you can see Røkkr stacking up their laundry, trying to come their way through. But TJ's there to chop the ball down.
TJ gets 3 in a row. That was nasty. TJ can't find any more. The camera kind of caught it funny, but the 2 players who ran in through apartment, TJ just gunned them down. Straight in we go now to this courtyard. This is a difficult hard point to break for sure. It's a 2-2 split. Making their way through apartments. 2 players now making their way through the front side of the, the Metro. Oh boy, the crossfire now comes through. MajorManiak goes down. All 4 dead for Minnesota Røkkr. That's all 4 down. TJ finds himself another multi-kill, and with that they say, cut the losses, go to the next hard point, set that one up. Do not let the LA Thieves chain these points together.
Kenny, potentially a player to cause some problems. You see he's already got that elbow control. He is there to watch some of the cuts. Well, MajorManiak, the first person to cross over towards Library, but maybe even from the bad side of things, the Thieves have somewhat of a decent setup. They got a couple players posted up already, so you start to take these gunfights. You got to make sure you get the wins, but Priestahh and Attach, the 74U duo, getting the job done. An opportunity for the Thieves potentially to chain these hard points together and blow the game out wide open. Worse now, though, because of those kills, they're able to stabilize, but for a moment, Temp, one of the most difficult gunfights in the game to win. But he just made it look easy.
Yeah, try doing that in league play. Just try. There's an RC car flying at you. Kenny now from behind. MajorManiak's going to find it. TJ picks them up straight away. That's the importance of trades. Once again, LA back in the driver's seat, straight back onto the point. However, TJ, wrong part of town, man. He gets cleaned up. Now Kenny trying to make his way forward. Accuracy finds another in a row. Slash up takes him down as well. It's like a game of ping pong right now. Just back and forth, real fast. MajorManiak trying to keep the pace up. Don't let LA Thieves get set up and get comfortable. They will roll through this hard point. With that being said, though, final 10 seconds. Eyes to the minimap. Now we go to the boulevard, the very, very southern point of the map. That great big long street, wide open, not a lot of cover to work with. We are seeing a bit of a jostle now for position. And Røkkr, it's accuracy. He's there first. Oh, and he's dead. Oh, he's dead.
This is clinical work right now coming in from the Thieves. You get the break on the Fountain Hill. Already you're feeling fantastic. They just pick those players apart one by one on the rotation as well. They had a hot start on the first hard point, and even hotter start here on Moscow. And again, just a 70-point lead. You're just feeling nice and comfortable right now if you're a Thieves fan. TJ inside, Gold winning the gunfights with the 74U. And all this hill time, for the moment, has been going the way of Thieves. Even when accuracy is able to pick up two, the final gunfight's always being won by someone in red. And of course, trying to be that guy. And even still, 20 seconds left on the hill. The only success Røkkr have had here is just keeping Thieves off time. They've barely been able to do that. A phenomenal set of rotations the first go around for Thieves. Again, trying to put this game down early. They do not want to see a game 5.
Yep. Don't go game 5. That was the other game fuel key to victory that we didn't put in. That's what you don't want. It's the LA Thieves. MajorManiak now on point. The quick contest comes through. There's going to be the shots in behind from Temp. Temp straight onto the point. Great awareness, but not enough to get the kills. Priestahh gets it done. Here comes an opening now for Røkkr. They've got a couple of kills. They're going to make the time work now, but it's TJ over towards this second hard point. That's where they're looking. 40 seconds now remaining on this one, and Røkkr still in control. Don't relinquish it yet. Lasher checking the corners, trying to find an easy kill, but I don't think that's going to be the case. The contest will restart the game clock at the very top of the map. With that, it's still not going to see any more time going the way of Røkkr, but accuracy from behind finds one, no more to be had. MajorManiak will be set up for the next one though, so consolidation prize there to be said.
A couple spawn outs coming in though for the Røkkr, and this is a big moment. A lot of pressure on MajorManiak to win the gunfights. First one's coming through. The challenge on the second gets the job done as well. Even still though, Kenny already in the back. MajorManiak, too many things to check. He's going to get taken down. And on this rotation, well, Kenny just being the playmaker, he's able to take down two. While the spawns are actually coming on top of him, you see his teammates trying to flood through mid. Kenny gets dealt with, but he buys his team the time to actually get the pressure inside of the hill. The Thieves, clinical work so far this entire game.
TJ's going wild on Moscow. He's 17 and 11 overall. And this is what we wanted to see coming out of the Thieves. Keep the kills up. If you can outslay Røkkr, you don't have to worry about them really hitting your hard points too much. Kenny still trying to find kills in the middle. 16 and 10. Priestahh has to hunt him down, but look at the effort he's having to spend just to take care of one player. And TJ don't care, man. TJ just charges. And that's what we love to see. Straight air frying these boys. LA Thieves looking dangerous, but Røkkr are not out of the woods yet. They've still got themselves rotations. Middle side of the map towards the very center of the fountain, where number 8 is right now. That's where the next hard point, well, it more or less actually to the left of that. My bad, that's Eski's. There it is, number 5. That's where the hard point is. Your boy can't read a minimap. Don't let me drive. DJ once again, though. Long hair on his face, don't care. Beard giving him superpowers right now, as we are about to see the LA Thieves break 200 points here on Røkkr. To their measly 49. I mean, they have got a bit of a climb to do, Chance.
They're just straight bullying right now. It is brutal. Even TJ just walking through Eskies, walking to Fountain through the front and winning those gunfights. We saw Temp do it the first time around, and now while Temp's in the back, picking up the 2 pieces like that. Kenny inside the hill, he just gets to hang out and rack up the time, but this game feels just well past done and dusted. You got Røkkr trying to flood in the back, but Slasher, Temp, everyone in the feed making their guest appearance. Attach gets dealt with. Maybe they need to take him off time for just a minute, but all of that effort to strip away maybe just 10 seconds of time. This has just been a ridiculous game number 4. Røkkr, I mean, the life has effectively just been strangled out from them. They finally get clearance over towards Fountain, and look at the pressure on the rotation. Thieves, they just got the hill surrounded. They got a man on Globe. They got TJ pushed out to the bush. All the help that they could ever want and ever have. And they're looking to put this game down and put this series down right here on this street hill.
I mean, our game field keys called it. You got to kill the confidence of the Thieves early on. And that first hard point was the place to get it done, and now look at them. They are soaring right now. 26 and 13 TJs on another 5 spree. Oh boy, almost gets it done there against Attack. Tenny, he's now just chilling down by the hard point. They're not going to get too much more time here. Slasher by the back bus. That's going to be the push forward. That's going to be the hard point. And this could be game. 10 seconds for the win. My. The LA Thieves, they have rebound magnificently. 5 seconds now for the win. And this could well be it. A final push from the Røkkr. And it's not going to be enough. Slasher finds 3. He does drop. With that, Temp's going to get the final few seconds. And the LA Thieves, it is a statement. 3-1 in the end. Welcome to the COD League.
And a dominant finish as well. They figured out the problem, Miles. They figured it out from the kickoff classic, and Naval took too much of their swag. They were like, as long as we get that bag back, we'll be good to go once the CDL points and the matches that matter more start to kick in. They set the tone. They made sure they came out and said, like, hey, we are fighting to be one of the top teams, if not the top team. That is a great looking finish for them. You get the offensive wins on Garrison control, and you just get, I mean, again, dude, that was a brutal Moscow. Temp has every right to laugh about what he was able to do that map, just walking in through the front on Fountain Hill, winning the difficult gunfights. That has to feel very satisfying for these guys.
Gotta feel great, right? Gotta feel great. They're flying high after a nice big win. Again, a fantastic start to the season here for them in the 2021 CDL season. That's the first map. First map win, first season win, you name it, man. We're making history today, the LA Thieves. We love that. But yeah, we're going to look at some stats now from that Moscow hardpoint. 8 minutes in total. Love that one. But man, the kills department again. 26 and 15 for TJ, 21 and 13 for Temp. Great work all around. When it comes to those hardpoint times, I mean, they were racking them up. Huge work from Slasher, 205 overall. Boy, howdy. Well, that's it. First season of the day is finished, but that doesn't mean we're not done. We've still got another gem for you. But Chance, mate, I mean, dude, that was... I think I got my prediction perfect at 3-1. That was a dominant and very, very confident showing from the LA Thieves. But there's a lot of cracks still, man. I mean, the Search and Destroy needs a bit of work. Røkkr had their number down and out from start to finish there. A couple of signs of life here. But, I mean, do you have any major takeaways from the series overall from both squads?
I would say one of the things that stands out of my mind the most is just how good TJ looked. It's been quite some time since we've seen TJ being that good, but he was the air fryer, right? 26 kills towards the end. When's the last time we've seen a game from Slasher where he just gets to post up, hang out on the hill, and just collect time? Like, do none of the difficult work. He just gets to let Kenny and TJ fly out in front of him. So it's got to be a great feeling for him. Great to see TJ back in potentially dominant performance. He's a player that could be top 5, best player in the world. He can be in that sphere. It's just been a while, but it's good to see him back.
Good to see him back. Well, we're going to see now our scuff play of the game. This was a nearly perfect hardpoint hold from the LA Thieves. Man, things were looking so good from, I believe this may have been a full 60, but kills either side with rotations down. I mean, TJ just going absolutely hard in the pixels. And again, Chance, I mean, we're seeing aggression, we're seeing skills in the slaying department. We're really seeing it come out of the LA Thieves here. They were so sound here in the hard points. Lovely stuff to see all round.
And also doing a great job of just like thriving in the chaos of the situation, right? Because it was not the very standard, you get the spawn, set up someone top police. That is MajorManiak kills 2. Kenny's by himself in the back street. Røkkr still hold those spawns, but gets enough kills and buys his team enough pressure that they get to the hill from the front side, and then it's just efficient work, cleaning out the back of police, and then knowing you can turn around after that. And that's just constantly on the fly. That means their communication was on point, the teamwork on point, and of course the individual plays from both Kenny and TJ on point as well. A very strong 3-1 victory, I'd say, because even in Search and Destroy, they got a couple round wins. It was just a little bit struggling overall, but for Miami, no big deal. They're going to feel great after that series win.
Lovely, lovely stuff from the LA Thieves, looking as dangerous as ever. And honestly, mate, a wonderful welcome to the league indeed. Well, here's some more fun and games, boys and girls, and we hope that you've actually linked your account, because this year, when you watch Call of Duty League matches, you can earn in-game rewards like exclusive emblems, calling cards, weapon stickers, charms, and much, much more. Go to callofdutyleague.com to register and link your Activision and YouTube accounts so that you can earn this weekend's reward, that banging cash stack weapons charm, and a 30-minute double XP token. Look at that cash stack weapon charm I will be rocking that on my weapon as I fly through you in League play. That will be happening. I'll be running double XP as well and weapons that I've already fully ranked out because I'm a grinder. He'll be there as well. It's going to be a lot of fun. But we do hope you link those accounts. And yeah, it's going to be cool stuff all season long. We got calling cards with all sorts of goodies. It's been out there. It's been out there for a while. We're ready to rock and roll. Chance! It's been a lot of fun, mate. How you feeling on the virtual set? How you thinking about the first series so far? I mean, we've got another game coming up today, but how you feeling, mate? You all good?
Dude, I'm feeling great. It's so nice just to be back in the action, to see just some like efficient Call of Duty. And I maintain, we talked about it a lot at the Kickoff Classic. It's nice to be able to watch the minimap and to be like able to understand it, man. It's been such a long time, been months since we've had action that's this good. But obviously, Miles, a lot of Call of Duty left to be played, not just today, but obviously this weekend as well.
Yeah, of course. Well, coming up after this, we've got Seattle Surge going up against our current reigning champions, the Dallas Empire. But don't forget, Saturday and Sunday, the Call of Duty does not stop rolling. 3 p.m. Eastern, we've got Guerrillas versus Legion. And of course, after that, Mutineers going up against Ultra. A Game Fuel marquee match there on Saturday. The LA Thieves going up against the New York Subliners, NYSL. And we get to see the first debut performance of Parasite in the COD League since, I think, BO4. So there we go. Royal Ravens up against Surge, Empire, Røkkr. And to close out Sunday, oh baby, the Game Fuel marquee match, Atlanta FaZe versus Chicago OpTic. Woo! That's going to be an absolute humdinger, my friend. Where are you? You're right here. You're right here, aren't you? There you go. It's good to have you back, mate. Very good to have you back. Very excited to see those games come down. It is an explosive first weekend of Call of Duty action here in the 2021 season. It's getting real hot in this gigantic space somewhere in Atlanta. I'm not sure if you can work out where we are based on that, but we'll see how we go. Anyway, folks, we're going to take a quick break now. When we come back after this break, Lottie will be talking to Slasher of the LA Thieves about that victory and basically everything about being one of the best dressed teams. When we come back, more COD.
The Call of Duty League is presented by T-Mobile, now America's largest and fastest 5G network. Set your sights on the competition with T-Mobile, the leader in 5G. Scump, the official controller of the Call of Duty League. The Call of Duty League is presented by USAA Insurance, auto, renters, and home insurance that's made to help the military community protect what they've worked hard for.
Hello everybody and welcome back to the Call of Duty League. Now we're here for your Game Fuel Victory Spotlight, and joining me I have the one and only Slasher from LA Thieves. Now Slasher, firstly I've got to say you guys snapped on that last control. That was ridiculous. It felt like you already wanted the series to be over, and in a very dominant fashion. So I mean, back on the sticks, back as a team, how are you guys feeling as a whole?
We're feeling really good, especially after that victory under our belt. I think in the match against OpTic previously, we didn't bring enough energy to the match, and we took that back, made our practice better, and then brought way more energy today, and it showed. So I'm feeling really good and happy with our progress so far.
Fantastic. Now, obviously, as a team, you're feeling really good, looking really good. Slasher, you personally, I know that you're such a well-decorated player. You've achieved so much in your career so far. And looking back at last season, I felt like you were very frustrated at times as a player. But coming into this brand new season and brand new year, how are you personally feeling about your gameplay?
I'm feeling really good about it. I mean, obviously, there's room to improve, but I think we've taken a different approach this year. We all moved ourselves to Texas to get the best practice possible and set ourselves up for success. And also, we came out the gates and we're just way hotter this season in practice right away. We didn't let anything, get in our way. We took every day seriously, and it's about starting this year off hot, and so far we are.
Damn, you're doing it. You're definitely doing it. Now, of course, you do have JCap as your coach. How is that going? What is it like? And what's the difference of having JCap as a coach and behind you guys?
Oh, yeah. Having Cap behind us is obviously really good. He knows the game in and out. He's decorated. I played with him in one chance with him. I think we see eye to eye on a lot of things in the game. So just having him to look over, and hang out with while we're practicing and stuff like that has definitely been a plus. And I think as time goes on, he's only going to get better and better. So I think he's a good addition to the team.
Fantastic. Now, obviously, with JCap behind you guys, it brings new tactics and new ways to play the game. Do you guys prepare against each individual team and kind of play a game in that respect, or do you just play your own game each time?
So I think at the beginning of the season, it's mainly more so playing your game. I mean, we've scrimmed against these teams, but we haven't played Minnesota in a few weeks now because we knew we were playing them in this match. So it's kind of more about playing your game. I think later towards the end of the season, that's when you more prepare for teams because you know their tendencies, you know what maps they like to play, and that's what you can kind of counter them. But right now, early season, it's all about doing us.
Love it. Absolutely love it. Hey, you're doing something right. Definitely. That was a hot start to kick off this season. Thank you so much, Slasher, for joining me. And best of luck for the rest of the season, pal. Not that you really need it. You're looking great.
You.
So thanks so much.
Thank you.
There you go, guys. That was Slasher. I am so excited to see what LA Thieves are going to do for the rest of our season. But right now, we're going to head to a quick break while we get our next game underway. See you right after this.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Call of Duty League. We're still here in opening weekend. It's our last match of the day. The Dallas Empire going up against the Seattle Surge. I had to nip away for just a brief moment there and become humongous, but we're all back now. It's the first day. We're going to have some strange moments, but let's deal with those as and when they come. Myself and Chance guiding you through this next one is going to be an absolute treat. We have our current reigning world champions, the Dallas Empire, going up against Seattle Surge. New look squad, Chance. Very excited to see how they go. Are you pumped, brother?
Of course I'm pumped, man. Like, this is a team, incredibly young players. You have two coming off their rookie season, and they got a ring. So, like, I'm expecting great things for many years to come.
Very, very exciting things again for those rookies who managed to pick up the first World Championship in the first year of play for them. But let's have a little quick trip down memory lane and see a little bit more of the Dallas Empire and their climb to the throne.
In the first season of the CDL, it was Dallas who claimed the throne. Since that fateful day in August, the victor has certainly enjoyed the spoils. Before they start their title defense, let us remind you how the Empire became the kings of COD.
Simp backs up to help him, but they have 30 seconds, Maven. They have to go.
Everywhere you look, you just see Empire players. Time ticking, second by second. FaZe's dream of a championship is disappearing. Every window, every door, there's somebody. It's a ludicrous gunfight win for Simp, but will it be enough? Just 12 seconds to go. Seemingly nothing that he can do, and there's the final kill.
Let's go, Ender.
Let's go, baby!
That's definitely cooler than the other two. Oh my God, this actually looks incredible.
I really like the band. The band, because it's literally the CDL logo, and they somehow made it the band, which is really dope. But yeah, the thing that sticks out the most, I'd say the Black Diamond for sure.
I'm gonna be honest, this is my second time seeing it. Not my teammates, but my personal. But the feeling hasn't changed, man. I feel great. It has my name on it, it has the Dallas Empire. This is like the coolest thing I've probably ever received, I'm not gonna lie.
Ring looks absolutely gorgeous. I'm about to be completely honest, not to throw any shade, but this is definitely the best ring out of all the past rings. It is pretty heavy. I didn't think it'd be this heavy. It is pretty heavy. Got a little bit of weight on it. It's more than I could imagine. I didn't think it looked this good.
It's a huge part of my career. Didn't know if I was done or not. And this is proof that I'm still going.
The ring represents, you know, everything we've done throughout the year, you know, all the hours that we put in led up to this moment. Going into the season, or this season as MVP, I'm just getting better and better ever since joining the team, and I definitely think that this year I could outperform what I did last year, and I'm just ready to play this season.
Getting something like this because of my passion is a dream, essentially. Like, that's what it truly represents to me.
I've been playing Call of Duty my whole entire life, so I was basically just working and preparing myself my whole life to be able to compete and get this ring. So this ring means everything to me. It's priceless.
Everything just shut down, and we still had our ability to work. And I think every single player should just feel really blessed that we still have this opportunity to do this.
It's truly a blessing that we even got to win this year with the pandemic. Hey man, I wish I was on that stage winning it with all the fans. Like, you know, we have many more times to live that dream, so.
Even through tough times, we still made it work. We still grinded our hardest. We're focused on the goal of winning it. And it means a lot to us, a lot to me especially.
So I'm gonna get like a good shelf or whatever, and then I'm gonna put like, you know, our trophy that we won at LA, and then, you know, my Halo trophies, and then, you know, both of my rings on there.
More than likely, it'll be close near me at all times, just so I have it accessible, you know, just to look at it.
I'm definitely gonna have that right beside my setup, and just to remind myself every single day to work hard and just keep grinding, and what will happen if you grind, and it always pays off.
You know, we're just looking to be consistent, and we're just ready to play.
You know, Cold War is a lot of fun. I'm just ready to get it going.
Just be ready. We're not slowing down anytime soon. This is just the beginning.
If there's anything I want to say to the competition, I don't want to say to them. I don't want to roast them. I don't want to compliment them. I don't want to. You're a roadblock. You're a speed bump, you little.
The Dallas Empire, they were your 2020 Call of Duty League champions, and boy, did they deserve it. Absolute heroes. I mean, not a bad start. There you go. It is Bling Central. Crimrock in all three. But you love to see it. I mean, for Huke, iLLeY, and Shotzzy, those first-time victories, that is unreal. Crim, the man has been doing it for a while. I'm not going to jinx him, but I'm going to do it eventually on the broadcast. And when we do, we're all going to have a good laugh about this one. But iLLeY, what a way to enter the league. Straight into first place, straight into the World Championship. Huke finally finding that success. And Shotzzy coming in from another game, straight into a championship team. There were doubts at the beginning of the season. And not only does he walk away the champ, he also walks away our Astro MVP of the entire season as well. My God, the man is a beast. But Dallas Empire getting it done. We love to see it. Love to see that. Dallas, congratulations again. But that was last season. And this is now. Right? Right, Chance, right? Am I right? I'm right.
I mean, you're exactly right. I was going to say, it cracks me up of like they're all putting it on different fingers. Shotzzy put it on the pinky. You got Huke put it on the middle finger. iLLeY actually put it on his ring finger. Meanwhile, Crim's got his collection going, but it looked like the rest of them are just leaving the rest of the hand open, man. They got a lot of work to do to bling themselves out.
Well, there's a whole season to get another one now ahead of us. But before we carry on, riding the Empire as long as we can hard because they were great, their opponents, ladies and gentlemen, the Seattle Surge. In their first match here of the CDL 2021 season, going up against the Empire. This one should be a treat. Put your hands together for Seattle Surge.
Finds the first. Assault's in trouble. Prestinni looking dangerous. Such aggression right now.
Octane, he's just ripping through the entirety of the Guerrillas. Wow. They line up in front of him. Loony, the angle. What is that? He got the kill. Are you kidding me?
Now Seattle's inside. 249. Seattle won!
Seattle Surge looking to rebound after what was a difficult 2020 season. A new look roster, Octane being the only member remaining, but Prestinni, Loony, and Gunless joining them. This is a very, very well-rounded squad. Again, we're looking at search and destroy prowess there. Gunless, one of the most individually talented players Call of Duty has seen for a long time. Bouncing that alongside the brains of Loony and the flanking skills of Prestinni. The man is a menace on the map wherever you put him. Octane, does he finally have the help that the memes were screaming for all year long last year? We will soon find out. But oh my God, do they have a difficult opponent in the form of the Dallas Empire, Chance?
I mean, again, just the fact that we're introing and be like, hey, world champs, here's their ring. And then the other guy, like, kind of situation. It's the most difficult matchup you could have right off the rip. But hey, the way I look at that, it's an opportunity. If this is your toughest competition, get off to a hot start, get that win, get some steam underneath the sails or whatever the right phrase is going to be.
I liked it.
If you want to be the best, you got to beat the best. And of course, this is just an opportunity for Seattle. And of course, an opportunity for us to see exactly where these teams stand, right? The chatter, I think, for the Empire has been that they have not slowed down. And they look as good this year as they did that last year. Question, obviously, for Seattle, can they turn that ship around?
Can they turn it around, indeed? That is going to be the question of the season. And look, gotta try, man. Gotta give it a go. On board with the boys of the Dallas Empire. Straight into this crossroads hardpoint we go. Decked out in gold and black. Seattle Surge will be in the white and teal. On board with Huke straight away as we see this opening gambit on the hardpoint. Again, this APC, this tank. First hardpoint, plenty of angles to cover. A very, very small map. You can almost nade one side to the other. And here comes the charge from Surge. Three of them make their way forward. Crim's trying to lock down the back. Can't quite get it all done himself. iLLeY with a couple of two pieces from across the map there. We got nice angles already from the Dallas Empire. The hardpoint still in their hands. Oh my God.
And I will say, by the way, perfect opening break from Dallas. I mean, they were 10 seconds in. They got control of the hardpoint and they flipped spawns. It genuinely does not get better than that. That is the definition of perfect. And obviously, you see the positioning that a lot of these guys are taking up. iLLeY, you saw on the feed at the bottom middle of the map. He's there basically just to block and secure the spawns for his team. While, of course, guys like Huke in the actual hardpoint. Now they're on that rotation over towards P2. Seattle does have a fair bit of pressure. You got Gunless top office. Well, you had Octane coming down the street. They all get dealt with, stabilized. The Empire have made sure to secure that P2. They're feeling good to go, and for Prestinni, well, tough road ahead. Gunless over top. He's trying to work his way in through the back, and he's able to get there. Shot punch on point in the break, at least for a moment, is in.
Now, the Got to still trying to keep that pressure on board. Huke trying to keep these players out from the back door. Charging forward. I mean, dude, charging forward. iLLeY now making the cut through middle. Finds one. Can't find another one there. iLLeY's finding a lot of damage there. Again, Crim. Shots in from above now. And the clock's still ticking in favor of Dallas Empire.
Taking in, of course, though, rotation battle. We're going to talk about this a lot on Crossroads, or at least for the next few weeks, depending on when the patch comes in. But that 3 to 4 rotation, man, if you get the spawns for one, you're going to get the spawns for the second. You can see Seattle being very careful. You see the spread they have across the map. Octane was over by Crate. They even have cliff control. The actual hard point, though, iLLeY, well, not really taking his time. He's trying to take those gunfights straight away. He gets chopped down, and that front line dealt with. That is 3 in the feed. Make it all 4 as Prestinni gets the final one. Nice 4 down for Seattle. And this is where they can start racking up quite a bit of time. Silly can just walk up straight up barrels, but nope, he gets dealt with. Seattle on point right now on this B3 hill.
Solid work still. Going to be 35 seconds remaining in this one. Dallas still holding on to this one tight. But again, the kills department, it's only really Huke who's going off at this point in time at 12 and 6. Everyone else keeping the kills relatively level, and Gunless doing what he can now to try to break these players on hardpoint. Loony still with those favorable spawns. He has to hold this rock as well as possible. iLLeY now on the charge forward. Loony, though, with the big brain plays, playing the advantage he has. Does find a kill. A second goes his way as well. Loony, beautiful stuff so far. Prestinni now going to be spawning up close, and that's where the hard point is, right there. It's a stone's throw away from the last one, and Seattle Surge, a great hold there going into the next.
And those were truly massive wins by Loony. Now, of course, well, you still keep those spawns, you keep that rotation. You see the idea right now for Empire. They're sending 3 over towards Cliff, over towards barrels. First has already made it up. Prestinni doesn't even know which direction to look because he's hearing the players sneak up behind him. And Empire, well, they've already got that rock control. They've already been able to flip those spawns, and just like that, Loony falls out of the hill. Crimsix there to take him down. And that is a, again, perfect break on P4, flip the map on its head. Could have been an opportunity for Seattle to tie things up. Instead, Empire, well, they're looking to try to run away with this game and build a nice early lead. Already 50 points at their disposal. Should be able to bump it up to about 70 after that first set of rotations.
It is not easy to break those points. Grim with 5 in a row. His 9th kill overall so far. Dallas will break over the 100-point mark here in this hardpoint. Seattle Surge now with an opportunity to hit the rotation, and they've lost a player there who was on hardpoint. Straight back towards the APC tank we go. Shotzzy, he's trying to take care of the spawns for the next. Again, playing one step ahead. Dallas is every single time. Shotzzy with a premium Semtex there. Lands the kill. Prestinni may be up next. Great awareness once again from Shotzzy, and again, a player who we have heralded as one of the finest left sticks in the entire league. The movement like no other. Looking fantastic thus far on Cold War.
In Empire, again, just doing things just so clinical, so efficient. Rambo Ray is just shedding a single tear right now at the beauty of what these guys are able to put through. I think Huke right now just leading by a mile in the slaying category, but they get the spawns they want. You get the 74U in the hands of Crimsix. Good enough for him to get 2, but again, 21-9. For the young man. Right now the competition is less between Empire and Surge and more between who can get the most kills on the side of the Empire. And Huke right now feasting. But again, the spawns, they get what they want. They just have the full setup for the moment. Loony trying to make the play to get around crates and see if the Empire recognize that someone's able to get around back. You see a couple players rotating to potentially look for him. I suppose good news for the Empire, still getting, for the most part, that closer spawn.
Yeah, Loony doing what he can to try to break in from behind, but Octane, he's also going to go down. Shotzzy now with the control. Dallas looking to hold onto this hard point. Can they get their toes in? Let's listen to the battle rage. Now, an Astro Gaming listen in with Dallas Empire.
Fire Loony, fire Loony.
Take your time on this. Yeah, let's go up. Let's go up.
Yeah.
In fire? Sam, absolute 18. Probably push out mid lane.
What's this guy going?
You see, yo, one still on 18.
Yeah. I got him.
Sam on like 18. There's 2.
Yeah.
One.
Yeah, close, guy.
I spawned deep, so.
I'm making a strappy.
Yeah,
and time dead.
Nice, good job.
I'm literally making a strappy.
Yeah. I'm watching top cat.
No, Loony got me. Sam, absolute top. And bottom. Tires. I'm flooding. Yo, you can go up.
I'm bigger.
Yo, already here.
I'm coming.
I won.
That's more. Curry.
Pierce, absolute.
Top cat dead. I need
Curry, absolute.
Curry, come. Curry, one shot.
Ice.
Prestinni, one shot. I got 2.
Shit, 40, you're the best. I bring your color if you wanna.
Yeah, okay.
I'm on the hop.
It's in the corner, That's
Yeah, nothing top cat.
You need me? Can you pick it?
Here's that.
The number.
One shot mid tank, one shot P1. Nice.
What's your color?
There's probably a
I'm
non
on deep up, weak. Yo, hop up. Yo, hold up.
Oh, it all sounds good to me, mate. I mean, is there anything you picked up there from that listening from Dallas?
I mean, honestly, I think just the patience, right? Even on P2, they just identified there's someone in the middle cut. They took their sweet time to make sure that he's not going to get through, that they're not giving away any kills, making sure, of course, that they do not lose those spawns. So they're not really feeling the pressure, man. Just calm, efficient work for them for the moment. We're able to get a ton of time on this P3 hill. And now, of course, you see a couple players rotating to make sure they're dealing with Cliffside of Seattle, trying to send 2 players over top. Gunless able to win 1 big gunfight, and I think Gunless actually able to pick up 2. Has to reposition and wait for his teammates because it is that difficult to get up top. Huke has made his way over, and the man has 31 kills to his name. Another multi-kill for him to add to the list. Finally gets taken down, but either way, more than a 100-point lead, and still Crimsix hanging out, doing what he does best at this moment, just chilling inside the actual
Oh my God, it's disgusting. They're very, very strong right now, trying to make the break onto this hard point once again. Look at those arrows from Dallas Empire again, holding that back line. It's only going to be Huke who's roaming around the map, and that's basically what he's done all game long. Playing the island role, just roaming, just cut his way through everyone he possibly can. 34 kills. I wouldn't be surprised if he could break 40 before they managed to win the game. Go on, boys. Give it to him. It's the first time he's been in the league for a little bit. Had to take some time off, you know, in the off season. And Huke the Nuke is raring to go here. Prestinni's up next. We're going to see 5 seconds for the win. The rotation's going to go down. Seattle are having a play for that time. They can't make a push onto it. Loony, he's up next. Shotzzy's now going to make the entry. Crim watching over the top of him. Lovely position to be in. Loony slides out, catches 1. You're watching the play now develop. Crim goes down as well. It's a lovely counter attack from Surge. They're going to hold the line still. Nearly now coming from behind. It has to be perfect hard point from Seattle Surge from here on out. And I do not think they've got it in them. That's going to be it. The kills come through. Shotzzy now can make the victory lap as the clock will keep on ticking. And Dallas Empire, it was a very, very dominant start to that hard point.
Nice 100-point club for them to add to the tally board. Huke feasted all game long, but honestly, iLLeY in the best play. It happened 3 times on the P1 hill. He was the guy that was able to flip those spawns for the team, always putting themselves in a good spot. So you got the menaces with the 74U running around, staying nice and coordinated. Meanwhile, Crimsix and iLLeY just putting them in the best spot possible. Very efficient work, almost completely mistake-free from the Empire. I think maybe only 1 or 2 things Rainbow Ray might be critical of, but they have to be very happy making sure to get that 100-point club right off the rip.
Yeah, I didn't see any glaring mistakes, so I do understand, even though I'm in California and he's in Texas, I think I can hear Rambo cut from here. But again, that's yet to be found. I haven't seen any glaring mistakes. Here are the stats from that crossroads. Man, what a performance from Huke there, 35 and 18 overall. Very, very solid work. Again, slaying department there from Dallas Empire, just too strong. You saw the way they maneuvered. And again, you kind of just like let Huke off the range, man. Like he was just roaming around, murdering anything he wanted to do. He could do whatever he wanted, as long as he didn't mess up spawns for the rest of the squad. Everyone else had full control there. Happy as Larry. Mate. Great start. Chance. Time for another break, my friend. We got right through that one real quick. We're going to get into the next one even faster, ladies and gentlemen. We come back. It's time for some Search and Destroy here in the Call of Duty League. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
The Call of Duty The Call of Duty League is brought to you by GameFuel. Use code CDL2021 for a special CDL launch event discount on GameFuel.com. Tournament audio and team listenings are powered by Astro Gaming, the official headset and mix amp of the Call of Duty League.
Take your Call of Duty League experience to the next level. Tune in by watching our elite competitive players and earn while you watch.
He's gonna challenge for the third, not a fourth, but one a plate.
And earn rewards throughout the season. Get an upgraded viewing experience with higher bit rates and superior chat features.
It's all gonna come down to the rotation. Ultra are now in position to
Well,
close this out.
how can I get all these amazing drops, you say? It takes less than 30 seconds. Simply go to youtube.com/account_sharing. Click on connect to link your YouTube account with your Activision account. Then click continue. You'll be asked to provide your Activision login credentials. Alternatively, you can log in with your PlayStation, Xbox, or Battle.net account. Click sign in. Once you've signed in, you'll be asked to share your information securely with YouTube. Check the box and click authorize. You are now connected and eligible to receive drops. Play Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, watch the league on YouTube, earn rewards, and level up. Call of Duty League 2021, fight for the call.
Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, go to callofdutyleague.com to register and link your Activision and YouTube accounts so you can earn this weekend's rewards, the Cash Stack Weapons Charm, and a 30-minute double XP token. I can't wait. I actually would quite like that right now as I put my phone back under the desk. Because you know what? You shouldn't have your desk. You shouldn't have your phone out at work. Keep it on silent. Be professional. Myself and Chance ready to rock and roll now. Straight into our next matchup. Before we get to that one, Chance, it's time for our Game Fuel keys to victory, my friend. We had a little fun writing these to Dallas first. I mean, what can they do wrong at this point?
I mean, well, nothing wrong, apparently, man. They're just going to be on cruise control, and I think they're just looking for the 3-0, because I think the main goal for this team, right, you're coming off world champions. Keep that mental edge. Like, you want to bury all of the teams that are expected to be towards the bottom of the league, or really just anyone around. That way, when teams have to play against you, they're concerned. Their confidence is not going to be coming in at an all-time high. That is the edge this team is looking to get, of making sure that other teams know, hey, we're still top dogs, we're still #1, and if you come against us, expect to be 100-point club, expect to be 6-0'd, that type of deal.
Well, here's our Game Fuel keys to victory for Seattle Surge. Don't get overwhelmed by Empire's speed in hardpoint. Too late, that did happen. It was pretty difficult at times, mate. That was it. Watch out for it. They did, it happened. Next, play to your existing strength. Now's the chance to bounce back in the series, outsmart them in the search and destroy. That's what I'm very interested to see. And as an overall just key to victory for Seattle, don't beat themselves up. Keep those comms focused no matter how the game is going. We will have, of course, some Astro Gaming listen-ins with Seattle Surge later in the series to see how they fare. Chance, this is going to be an interesting one, brother. I mean, Search is definitely going to be the bread and butter for Seattle Surge this season, I believe. It's a smart squad. Do you think they have what it takes to take down Dallas here?
It's a very difficult question, Miles. I'm trying to think of the professional way to approach it, but I just think that, again, Empire are just going to be forced to be reckoned with. I'm interested to see how they play Miami. Obviously, we've got a taste of what the Thieves and Røkkr brought to the table earlier, but I think it's feasible, right? Like, think about a setup we saw earlier, a 2-2 split. You get that guy top visitor center. If he's getting those first bloods, you're good to go. That could be Octane's job. Again, you talk about the human turret, doesn't lose his one-on-ones. Wherever you think the focal point of a map is gonna be, put him there, leave him there, and let him go to work. But first blood's obviously key. Well, Octane maybe trying to throw a little bit of style in as he looks for that first pick.
Throwing shoulders, wiggling, jiggling. Receiving shots now. Huke's top piano, backs on up. He heard enough there to let him know that the danger has now arrived. There's the tags. Nade's going to push him back. He's doing what he can now to stay alive. Brilliant work on a Loony. Just catches the elbow there with those shots. And with that, bomb goes down. You can see it at the top of the stairs. Hello! Prestinni still there. In the side room, iLLeY gets involved. Lovely trades. Gunless now in a 1 versus 3. And that's going to be tough. He does get stunned, or he does get blinded. They know he's there. The nades are coming through. They're going to throw everything. And the kitchen sink at him. Gunless. Nice turn. Oh, my word. He almost managed to get the second. Dallas clutch up. Take care of round 1.
And just swarming as well. I mean, he maybe got a glimpse of what Gunless can potentially bring to the table, but I think that round, just fantastic plays from Huke. Clean movement up top. He's getting the nades out, staying away from gunfire. Nice and easy as he works his way back up towards the steps. And while that entire thing was going on, Shotzzy going on the fastest flank you can possibly have on Miami at the very least, and just swarming in on this B site. Very clean and efficient work from round number 1 on the defensive side of things. Now on offense, Empire. We've seen this quite a few times. You're sending those 2 players over towards A, but it is a slow approach. And you can see Prestinni, by the way, aggressive on the beach. Him and Shotzzy might be meeting up fairly soon. And of course, while you got some players for the Empire waiting for the flank to come out from the B site, nothing there. AR 1v1 goes to Crimsix.
Yeah, I wonder if Crim caught him moving there or if that was a straight up 1v1 fight. Either way, though, first blood to Dallas Empire. Now, Crim approaching on the hotel side of the map. Looking to find any more here as he just scans the streets very, very vigilantly. Again, moving from cover piece to cover piece. Now making its way in towards A. Slowly but surely, here come the defending team. Seattle Surge now in a bit of trouble as those shots going through. Crim's making it difficult. Prestinni still lying in wait, playing a very, very patient game here. A's come through. Doesn't tag him up. There's the player on the bomb. Great trigger discipline, finds one. Prestinni, delightful work coming out of Seattle Surge this round. 3v2, bomb down and out. Can Crim find any more here? aBeZy. Oh, there it is. 10 seconds remaining. Still on the Huke in the 1 versus 3. Finds one, shots to the other, slip slides out. Stay alive for 5 seconds. That's all I've got to do. And he's got the bomb. And has he got a kill? Not a chance. Seattle Surge, big brain plays and wonderful patience get him the round.
Best play of the game. Gonna go to Prestinni for the 2-piece again, just done perfectly. You even see the little spot check. Like, he even goes to look beach right before he kills Shotzzy off bomb because he's expecting that to be the next gunfight he has to take. Obviously, pans out perfectly. And I will say, that might be something Empire think about going forward. They actually had the setup. Prestinni was by himself after Octane gets picked because it was a 2-2 split. So if they're a little more aggressive on trying to get Prestinni out of the game, the rotation's not there in time. We'll see if Empire try to speed things up on offense next go-around. Of course, though, Seattle, their turn to attack. I think you see Shotzzy flank the first time around. He's working on the second. That's what Prestinni's looking for. I don't know if Prestinni spotted him or not.
I will tell. Shotzzy's now, he has beelined it across the map, looking to find these players in the flank. Octane, slow and steady. This is going to sting. Eyes are on. Shotzzy's got plenty of information here, and he's going the long way around. There's Octane. He's in. I mean, at this point, Shotzzy, he can do no wrong. If you can miss these shots, that would be great, but he's not going to miss them. That's going to be the kill. Eyes on the next one straight away. Huke's going to be there to try to help out, but he's just gone around the corner in the wrong way. There goes the kills from iLLeY, though, and just like that, Prestinni now in a 1 versus 3 situation. He was defending over by A. Now, or attacking rather A. Now he has to make his way back over to the bomb, which the Dallas Empire have now secured very much. And with that, Dallas close out the round 2-1. Decisive victory.
And honestly, that round might come down to just the difference in speed between the 74U with speed grip and then the Krig, because Shotzzy was able to get towards that beach cut just a moment before Prestinni, I think, got the angle from Tiki. And again, Shotzzy 2 for 2 on defense, just going on those very fast flanks around the beach side of things and just opening up the round for the team. So got to look for Seattle to make those adjustments, at least in the next round. As for Empire, well, we saw what happened last time. You get the first blood and take a little bit too much time trying to get to the A site. This time it looks like they're sending 3 that direction, or at the very least, Crim repositioning. Going top out.
Man, they're hitting beach so hard and so fast. Spring break over here. I think that's what it's called. I think you call that when everyone runs to the beach in the US.
Yeah, that's correct.
Safe? Yeah, we'll work on that. We'll work on that. Either way, Captain iLLeY in his ship. Still eyes on A site. Octane's repositioned to that top window of the visitor's center. Again, a great spot to be in. Difficult to take the fights against the players by Casper and by that boat. Seany watching the center of the map, involved in the park action. Gunless now, he's on the other side by the B-bomb site. No one's actually managing to go for that bomb just yet, but there's Shotzzy. Gets involved. Very, very sneaky. Prestinni once again in the same position. I love it. Hello. 1, 2, Prestinni lightning strikes twice, and oh my god, he nearly got it on Crim as well. Crim wins the big one, makes it a 2v2. Still, he has to run across the map. He has to get towards the bomb. He's got to make something happen here. And look, it's going to be Loony. Loony's going to try to get involved as well. If he can get up close, if he can stop this bomb plant for Crim, and there's the shots. Gunless has now got to reinforce. Crim gets the bomb. 10 seconds remaining. Can he get the plant? Can he get anything down? And it just may happen if he can get the kill. Oh, he got it. He does plant the bomb, and they get the kills as well. Dallas, from the jaws of defeat, snatch it back. 3-1.
I mean, a win's a win, but like, are they okay? Did they forget about like 2 rounds ago where Prestinni plays the exact same corner and nobody even checks it? Like, how are you not just gonna turn just a little bit? Like, these guys are playing on high sense. It takes a half a second. You'd have to imagine to make the adjustments, but I mean, again, I guess in the end, it doesn't make a difference. 3-1 lead, and Octane again searching for his first kill for the moment. 0-4, not ideal. And that's with Prestinni again, just the consistent two-piece, at least on defense. Just a very strange round overall, but again, Seattle back on the attack. Much more aggressive this time. You don't got to worry about the Shotzzy flank. If you just get and bully out the B site as fast as you can. Prestinni with the first blood already trying to swarm over towards B.
Can't quite get any more though. Loony, he got seen. Doesn't matter. Big kill from Loony. Complete bomb site control now. Shotzy's making his way through mid. It's going to be Crim hitting the back alleyway as well. But do they have those players in position for the defense? Crim gets involved and gets a kill. He manages to find one. Octane's going to chase him down, try to get on the board. Octane does just about get it done. Shotzzy, though, now in from behind. 45 seconds left on the clock. And I think we're going to play for the kill. It's a 2 versus 1 situation. Shotzy's just trying to hold this lane, hold that angle. Surge, oh my god. Shotzzy makes it a 1v1. Surge opted to make the bomb move over towards A, and it's cost Octane his life. Now Loony in a 1 versus 1 against Shotzzy. And it's a straight gunfight in the middle of the map. They're going to get it done in the park here. Stun goes through. Does manage to connect with the flash. Here we go. Loony. Big. Oh, no! No, 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 no! Oh, my God, no! What a win from Shotzzy. Ah, that stings. Loony did everything right. But the old Cuevas Castro magic. 4 rounds to 1. Ah, no. Damn, that was a sick round from Shotzzy.
And then that's the best play of the game. Shooting a guy through a window of all things. Oh, man, Mr. MVP. We don't get to see it from his POV, but good Lord. A man that deserves the award, the credit, and then some. Reaction time on point for the gunfight win. Of course, for Seattle Surge, you just straight up hate to see it. Shotzzy, a menace right now, either some fast flanks or 1v2 clutches. Not fun to deal with. The instantaneous class switch change. You like to see just using the speed grip to get that early control, doing the little things right. On top of the clutches, Loony, though, able to get that first blood. Seattle looking for any sort of momentum, and just how quick, in and out, just like that. The darkness of the night. Shotzzy is just gone, and Prestinni, well, there's no idea where he could have gone.
Gunless makes it a 3v2. iLLeY's now left scratching his head. He and Shotzzy have got to make something special happen here, but Shotzzy flying high. Can't quite take care of Prestinni in that situation. iLLeY now in a 1v3. Loony's first blood, instrumental in keeping this round very, very much in the hands of Seattle Surge, and that was a huge 1v1 win in the last round. And iLLeY do a 1v3. 30 seconds remaining on the clock. Octane's going to take the shots. Octane's going to put him down. Surge, after what was a tough loss, keep the mental game, keep the resolve, find a nice win.
Nice little bounce back. Standard stuff as well. From start to finish, just get those first bloods, get that top piano control, and you're feeling pretty good. So credit to Loony, at least for the opening pick, and Prestinni not for giving the positioning up. Still, though, you got to imagine, would have been a lot nicer for a 3-3 tie rather than still being down 2 rounds, but certainly not out of it yet. Seattle back on the attack. Seems like they've had at least a little bit of success of getting the bomb down over towards A. Last time they did bully out the B site, even still, Empire having 2 players go over towards the beach side, and Shotzzy, again, the key factor. He has been so aggressive in this direction. Octane, though, off angle in the back of the map, but Shotzzy, job well done, eyes on him. But you take the gunfight human turret, sending the reminder, it is rare that he loses his ones.
That's a big win. Crim now getting involved. And what we see there, of course, is the X-ray, that player outline. What they see is even less. We're talking tiny pixels at that range. They see nothing. They really make those kills work, as does Huke. Watching the flank admirably, takes care of Prestinni there. Bomb still making its way in towards the B site. We have got Octane still over towards the Tiki side of the map, over towards Hotel. He's going to be watching the mid-map cross. So when Crim and iLLeY decide to make their way through middle, Octane should have eyes on those players. Meanwhile, Loony and Gunless now encroaching on towards B. Got to check a lot of corners. Huke gives it away. As the first shot goes through, the nade lands. No connect. That's going to be the bomb planted at B. Uh-oh. iLLeY won the fight against Octane in mid-map. Uh-oh. Crimson. Uh-oh. Oh! It's a very decisive retake from Dallas. I'm left speechless. iLLeY's on the defuse, and that's map point.
The swarm was in. Hey, they get that bomb site down, and to Seattle's credit, they got there first, got the bomb planted as well, even baited out the shots from Huke back street. So they had the information game, but it all falls apart as soon as iLLeY finds the pick on Octane. And you got to be worried about top piano, people jumping over half wall, absolutely everything. And Loony effectively just gets left by himself after getting that bomb down. Nowhere for him to go, nowhere to run. And Empire still on cruise control. And again, like a 5-2 lead, in spite of the fact of how close some of these rounds have been. Keep in mind, Prestinni, again, popping 2 pieces on defense over towards the A site. One of the times didn't make a single bit of difference. You get that 1v1 towards the end with Shotzzy versus Loony. You get close, but no cigars. The embargo is in, I think, pre-Cold War, so not too there. And first blood, way of Shotzzy.
Yep, no Cubans, baby. Shotzy's in, straight on towards A. Should have at least eyes on him. At the very least, Prestinni now. Friggin' hand up high. Oh, nice shot. Takes care of iLLeY. Backs on out, makes it a clean 3v3. With that bomb gone down, though, there's defenders of the Dallas Empire in the middle of the map. Huke's going to have to cross the street, and he better look both ways. But you know what? Gunless brings the fight to him. Could have been a mistake. A wonderful 1v1 win. Oh, it puts a couple in his teammate. Huke is absolutely cracked. Shotzzy now in from behind. 20 seconds on the bomb. Shotzzy in from behind. Oh, no. He doesn't finish the kill. Can he get on it? He does. The nades come through, and in a flurry of explosions and gunfire, it's a 6-2 win for Dallas Empire. They're on Miami. A clinical display at times. A little bit of Shotzzy magic, but all round, good stuff from the Empire.
Seemingly have not lost a single step, even towards the end if those kills don't come through, or if Huke just decides to end Shotzy's life for no reason. Crim is that safety man over towards driveway. You get the bomb planted at A, it makes your round that much easier. They have not lost a single step. It does not appear. 2 dominant map performances and a lot of love to go around. Shotzzy, of course, fantastic work in the search. And of course, Huke, you can even re-highlight just the work he put in the hard point. This is as expected. I think it's fair to say, Miles.
Yep, as expected, I think, to a degree. I mean, I'm loving what I'm seeing out of Seattle. There's those magic moments. We're clearly seeing the right decisions be made, but it's just those magical plays from Dallas. It's those 1v1 fights. It's those little moments where, like, you hear a slide, you just make a difference. Disgusting stuff. Dallas Empire, they have not missed a step. You couldn't have put it any better. They're still the #1 team in the world on paper. Seattle Surge, we go into a control now. They're not out of the woods just yet. But again, this is very, very admirable practice. I know Octane's, his attitude coming in this one was like, they're going to be the best team in the world. If you want to be the best, you have to beat the best. Hats off to them. They're going to have to try to go the distance now. They require a reverse sweep, my brother. We have our US Army tactical play. Now coming up, it's going to be Shotzzy, and you know exactly what it was. It was that 1v1 against Loony. Unreal stuff, Chance. I mean, mate, this is the stuff that champions are made of.
And again, I mean, I think like the first kill, it's just easy pickings for him. Just gets a good job on the information. And I hope we get to see it from his POV, because I'll say from Loony's side, played it about perfectly. Gets the stun off, gets the check, and as soon as he registers that the stun landed on Shotzzy, he goes around and takes the gunfight immediately. So Loony does nothing wrong, but Shotzzy does everything right. The bunny hop into the snap. Just unreal reaction time coming out from the young man. Again, Mr. MVP, putting in good work, earning that paycheck.
Oh, and with plenty of time to get the defuse as well. Well, chance was a good one. We enjoyed that one very, very much. S&D and Miami now finished. The control coming up after this break. Plenty more Call of Duty. Could well be the last map of the night, but hopefully Seattle Surge have got some special tricks up their sleeve. When we come back, more Call of Duty action. Don't go anywhere.
Call of Duty League is presented by T-Mobile, now America's largest and fastest 5G network. Set your sights on the competition with T-Mobile, the leader in 5G. Scuff, the official controller of the Call of Duty League. The Call of Duty League is presented by USAA Insurance. We offer insurance that's made for the military community to help them easily protect what they've worked hard for.
Victor go the spoils indeed. Dallas Empire versus Seattle Surge, our game number 3 coming up in just a short while. But I thought it's only fitting that, being the start of the new league, we're going to have to explain a few things to new folks. New game modes. And one of those new game modes is, of course, Control. Now, I thought of all the people to explain to us how to play Control, we may as well go to the coach of the current reigning world champions. Let's go to Rambo Ray, who's going to teach us all how to play Control here in the 2021 season.
Hey guys, I'm Ray Rambo Lucier, head coach and general manager of the Dallas Empire. Today, coming to you with some Control talk. I'm excited to bring you guys some information on it. Control is a kill-based objective mode that has 2 teams fighting for objectives. So you have 30 lives total, you have 26 respawn lives, and the 4 original lives you start with. Typically, Control plays out in the fashion that the offensive team will kind of determine which side they want to attack first. They'll either go for A or for B as a team, and then the defending side tries to rotate and put their defenses in the right position to try and prevent the opposing team from getting those objectives. It takes a good amount of time to capture those objectives, so it's important to have multiple players on the objective for the offensive team to capture them quickly so that they don't have to constantly fight the opposing team off. Also, kind of the layer that really is the depth of Control is the ability to spawn kill. Unlike most of our respawn modes we've had in the past, it's pretty hard to get close to your opponent's spawn, but in Control, if you position your team correctly, you can very much set the opposing team in a trap, either side, offensive or defensive side. So the difference in maps really is what's cool about Control is you have some maps that are very offensive sided and some maps that are very defensive sided. So one of the importance in Control for people at home that are trying to get better at this is always understand where you stand on the map positionally, and also take into account your life count. With Domination and Hardpoint last year, it was extremely fast. You kind of threw your body at the play based on the spawn you got. And this year with 4-on-4 and Cold War, it's changed a lot. There's a lot more situational plays you have to kind of understand, and your decision where you should be or on what you should do and where you should be on the map in Control specifically is really based on how far your team up is on the map and also what your life count is. And on defensive side, let's say you have a life advantage, then you can kind of throw your body at more and trade kills effectively, because that'll make the other team, the offensive side, a little harder to get control of the map to get the objective, and also inherently give you more kills than the other team has to push them back towards their spawn, which is really ultimately the goal. And then on the flip side, on offense, if you have a life advantage, then use that life advantage to control the map, maybe be a little more slay heavy, so on and so forth. There's a lot of decisions you can make really to grow yourself as a player and grow yourself in a controlled way. So yeah, I'm excited for Control this year. 2021 is going to be greater because of it. I feel like the strategies and the elements that teams are going to bring to that mode is going to create for some super exciting gameplay. Definitely look forward to it and try and learn as much as you can from the pros, because they know what they're doing. And yeah, hopefully for a great year of Call of Duty.
The wonderful Rambo Ray, the coach of the Dallas Empire, parting words of wisdom as we go into Garrison Control here. Our maps and modes, this is where we're going so far. We've been at Crossroads, Miami. We now turn to Garrison, the old league play favorite. After that, maybe a raid on Hardpoint raid, excuse me, and a Moscow Search and Destroy. If we have to go the distance, and I know the Seattle fans, they want it bad. Can Gunless, Loony, Octane and Prestinni, can they dig deep here and find a victory on Control against our current reigning world champions? Chance, Garrison Control, defense heavy. Do Seattle Surge have some tricks? Can they pull out an offensive win? We saw the LA Thieves do it earlier against Røkkr. It's possible, it's not easy, it has to be a perfect storm, but anything can happen.
I mean, I would say what we saw from the series before from Røkkr is like a couple ideas of how to approach the A site, and then what the Thieves showed us is sometimes there's just an opening. If you get the kills in the right order, as long as you're keeping track of where everybody is, there's just gonna be a couple times throughout the map where you can just flood out through green and go and get that setup rolling. Of course, we get to see how both of these teams approach it. I'd say the issue is for Seattle. They just need to find a way to slow these players on Empire down. Huke again dropped 34, 36, whatever it was in the first hard point. And Shotzzy was feasting in the search and destroy. Of course, though, the actual control right now, nice and balanced out. Nothing too crazy going on for the moment. Looks like Seattle able to pick up a couple more of these kills.
They're trying to wriggle around each other and see who can get the advantage. So far, Huke finds one. Shotzzy now charging forward. The nade lands. Doesn't do a whole lot to him. He's made of tough stuff, that boy. Now the double vent push. Loony is going to get up top and find nothing in there. There's going to be an iLLeY and a Shotzzy about to peek out from behind, and I quite like it. It's going to give them a different angle to attack this one from. As Octane makes his way through the green side of the map, hoping to find some more kills. Loony does get involved on a Crim. Over to B we go. Now we're going to see Seattle start to capture this position. Shotzzy does manage to peek in and out, and from behind though, got to worry about those players coming in off spawn. Shotzzy still on the does get it on the Gunless. And now Shotzzy can just sort of keep doing laps, Chance. He's got 3 in a row right now. How many more can he get? 30 seconds remaining. The defense reigns supreme. Oh my God.
Quite a few. This is already just 20 seconds stripped off the clock. Look at the amount of progression that has happened on this B point. Just a sliver. That has been the story so far of the round. It honestly doesn't even feel dominating. It just feels like Shotzzy found a moment where he's picking off a few players, shooting in the back, and then once you get the control, you just never give it up. Prestinni, opportunity to try to get the two-piece, to get some sort of opening, but no me gusta. Just a complete... I mean, again, it didn't even feel dominant like it was. It just felt easy. From the side of the Empire, just stress-free to get that first race.
Winning by clock. They just pushed the timeout. They didn't let them get anywhere near the points. Very, very smart play from Dallas. I mean, that was a clinic. Very, very solid defensive round there on Garrison. They knew exactly what they were doing. We will switch sides now and see what they can do on offense. Can Seattle Surge now get themselves back on the board with a defensive round? Not a whole lot of kills either way's chance. Like, no one really popped off. We didn't see a lot of players drop out. A very, very interesting turn of events still. Seattle Surge now on defense. Let's go for a quick Astro Gaming listen in. Seattle Surge.
Looking for stuff. Oh, that's from me. Back to their side. Their side. He's under crane.
Team back loading right now. Trying to get mid tank. They could be vent. They're gonna be vent. I don't see anything in the back. I have vent cross. You have my caution. I have vent cross. You have my caution. Crim's caution. And one was up front. Top caution. Tyler. Top caution. Got me. Another one there. County top caution. Looking for Kyler.
Pocket two.
Looking for Kyler.
Pocket two. Bottom dead, bro. Rails.
One's bottom crane. No, I'm on point. Resupply, dead. Go on. L's up bottom green. I'm waiting for you guys. Top crane.
Nice.
Top crane on point.
Off the clear. Chance exactly what we wanted to hear. I mean, the Seattle Surge, they are not going down without a fight. Gunless back on point, finds himself one. 30 seconds remaining. It could be a tale of the same sort of round. We're seeing these defensive teams pushing up far, keeping the enemy team out of play. 20 seconds now remaining. We could be seeing another play here, but again, number one, Shotzzy, he's managed to slip through the net and now in on the B point. Stops the clock at 17 seconds. Quick kill, gets him off of it. iLLeY's got to make a dive straight onto this one. Can anyone stop him? Gunless goes down from behind. This is a chance to stop the clock right on 8.8 seconds. Now iLLeY has got to survive for as long as he possibly can. Not an easy ass. There's the kills chance and right back at him. Shotzzy's going to get a tick, but is it enough this late in the game?
They're just getting picked apart right now. No map control. Now the flood is forced over towards B. Seattle with all the control in the world. Huke, though, not able to pick up the second. Octane getting the job done with that final gunfight and defense. Hold strong. I will say for the comms, like Loony, it sounds like Duke's doing a great job of like the general leadership and making sure that everyone's on the same page. You got Gunless calling out like, hey, I've got this. This is the one thing open. Make sure you watch caution for me. And then maybe a bit of a misstep as you hear Octane being like, I thought you were challenging. Maybe a little bit of being not quite on the same page, but only for a moment. round, of course, they got the job done, and on the live count, not too far apart. I think it might only be a 1 or 2 kill difference between these two teams, so job well done on both sides. Again, just still waiting to see if we can get any sort of opening on offense as Seattle, well, Prestinni, just aggressive right up towards these cat steps. Waiting to see if anyone can get that first pick. Make that open.
Here we go. Trying to make something happen here, and again, the shots from Crim, the crossfire from iLLeY as well backs him up. Loony now on the flank. Has himself one. Also identify Shotzzy on the wrap though, so now you have to be very, very careful. And oh no, Shotzzy is armed and dangerous now, roaming around the back of the side of the map. Oh, Loony gets a bit of retribution. Immediately cut on out. 1 minute remaining now. Prestinni trying to make the charge forward. He and Octane now looking to make something happen here, but again, B is not easy to get to. A lot of angles to defend from. Great awareness. Takes care of Huke in the vents below. Now, you have to see a play in towards B. The clock's still ticking. Oh my god, there are so many players in the vents right now. Dallas have formed the conga line. And it may actually work out. Oh my god, it worked out. Shotzzy finds 2. Chance. 30 seconds left. No one can get near these points.
It's just a distract, dude. Just crawl through vents and find your way home, I suppose. But, I mean, again, just another... Again, all these rounds for both teams, it just felt easy on defense. I think you even saw it from Loony's perspective earlier. They finally get some pressure up towards the middle of the map. He turns around and, oh, Shotzi's in your spawn. Nice 3 down coming in from the Empire. And with 7 seconds left, there's just nowhere for these players to go. Really looking for a couple shots in. But, I mean, this might be the quickest control that we see all year, right? This is just super fast-paced every single round. No one's even really stopping the clock for very long over towards B. It's just efficiency. And of course, Empire, the conga line on point. They're certainly keeping those vibes flowing, even dancing in game.
Yep. I mean, this is for either side as well, because now we're going to see Seattle back on defense. I mean, we could see another great defensive round from Surge. It's just going to force it down to whoever gets the most kills and can take defense on that 5th final round. But this is insane. This is a crazy one. I do think Dallas have got to go big. We saw LA Thieves do it against Røkkr. One decent play, and you are going to see those rounds start to swing. But on offense, it is tough, man. That's the opening break. iLLeY's going to get first blood. Loony goes down low, and it's just all Dallas in the kill feed. Can Loony stop that? If only for a brief moment. There's one. Can't get the second as well, but still. Pressure mounting, Gunless starting to heat things up. Finds himself a nice kill. Straight on the offensive he goes. Can he get any more out of this one? No, he cannot, unfortunately. Prestinni will take the place of him in the center of the map. Again, just trying to be a nuisance at all times.
I will say, that was a moment. You talk about potential openings. That A site was actually open for Shotzzy, but instead of trying to cut over, obviously he doesn't know this. Well, now he's got the perfect flank around back. There's one. Shoot the second in the back. Maybe got a little bit baited by Gunless's movement, so he doesn't quite get the kill, but now they're trying to flood out towards A. Pressure from Seattle. They're able to get back and retain that site, but either way on offense, the most we've actually seen. But now these players flooding into green, just giving the opening potentially. Prestinni, you talk about winning the most important 1v1 on the map so far. If he doesn't get that kill, could have had dire consequences behind it. Either way, progress at B is going to be there. The final tick about to come through. It is going to be a 5 life advantage in 2 minutes almost on the clock for Empire to try to get this A point.
This is the Alamo, Seattle Surge. They have 1 final point remaining. 18, make it 17 lives now to get it done. Dallas sitting at 23, 22 overall, and they are going to be making the play. Loony in now from behind, just cutting these players out. With that, map control should lie in the hands of Seattle Surge. They've got a little bit of a run now to make their way forward. They're giving a lot of respect there to Dallas Empire. Don't have that much map clearance, but now Huke's leading the charge. In he goes through top green. 1 kill at a time. The trophy system's going to just shave his eyebrows right off as that flash grenade blows up before his very eyes. And Crim now being very, very sneaky indeed. Trying to find the play in from behind. Great shots from Prestinni. Shotzzy's now made his way through bricks. The play could be on. iLLeY finds kills as well. Dallas, this could be it. They could have found the kills they needed to right off the start of Crim's one. And with that, they're on the point. Now Huke, it falls to him. The shots come through. He's going to take care of Prestinni, and with that now, the front line moves forward. The reinforcements for Dallas start to flood on through. The crossfire comes in, and bricks is now showered with the remains of Seattle Surge. Crim still going. Shotzzy now. He and Crim on point, going for the full cap chance. The second tick is the thing of the past. They could well and truly close it out here on offense.
Well, one man was able to get to the steps. That's going to be Loony. iLLeY from up top, only able to pick up 2 along the way. He gets traded. Octane wins his 1, and Gunless can't quite finish it. Huke, the final man, the final gunfight, he picks up 2 to keep that pressure over towards A. Loony's trying to get these trades, and right now maybe a bit of a contest, but Empire still in the hills, still in those power positions, trying to end the game here.
There's only 2 players left now for Seattle Surge. They've got to go, and they've got to go big. Gunless finds 1. He's now bleeding out. He's got a lot of damage dealt. Shotzzy above. He comes from up high. And with that, Octane falls as well. It's a 3-1 win. Dallas turn it on its head and managed to seal the deal on the offensive round. A clean dispatch there towards the end of the game. And oh boy, Dallas Empire, they mean to start the season like they finished the last one. Looking damn dangerous indeed.
Huke and iLLeY popping off towards the end. Even in that kill where Huke gets traded, it was iLLeY that was there for the trades. They needed repeated 2 pieces to keep that pressure on the hill. Each of those players able to deliver. And I think Huke, for those final few kills, makes sure to just be that nail in the coffin. Phenomenal series by the young man. He's got to be feeling great about that one. Obviously getting the job done in a dominating 3-0 fashion. If you're an Empire fan, I think at this point in this series, you expected nothing less.
Shotzzy looking very confident, I must say. Checking his nails, checking to make sure everything's still there, still functioning. Another day in the office for Dallas Empire. I will say, though, again, for Seattle Surge, great signs of life. Again, signs of real promise there. They didn't look lost ever. They really just looked like, it was a hard-fought war against a team that is extremely, extremely well-practiced at this point in time. Garrison control, there's your stats. Man, it was a clinic. I mean, Crim, 21-15 overall, 21-10 there from Shotzzy. Wonderful stuff all the way around. And again, we saw some decent plays out of everyone. Not even a reply from Pokimane to give Seattle Surge the furious firepower to cut through Dallas Empire today. Either way, a wonderful day of Call of Duty for myself. Chance, mate, give you a hug. Yeah.
I mean, can we? It's tricky. I don't know. We got to work on the hugs, Miles. I will say we'll get there eventually.
I don't know if we could actually do it. I don't think it's possible, but we'll get it done by the end by the end of the season, mate. That was a wonderful day of COD, as we said. It's great to be back. It's fantastic to be back on the internet here, getting you the 2021 Call of Duty League action your way. And I think this is going to be a crazy year. There's no doubt about it. And last year was full of surprises, ups and downs. This year, we've been screaming it since Kickoff Classic. It's going to be a great year of COD. But mate, there you go. I mean, Dallas looking as strong as ever. Chance. I mean, where do you go from here? If you're Dallas, you've got to keep it up, right?
You don't go anywhere. You stay at the top. That's the goal, right? If you're the #1 team, you make sure you keep the spot for as long as you can. They look fantastic. No complaints. Again, they're able to keep the mental edge, succeed in those keys to victory, and just get that dominant performance. Wait to see them tested. I don't know who the first team is going to be to try to take them down or take them toe-to-toe, but obviously for this weekend, a ton of Call of Duty left to be played, and still a ton of teams where we got to figure out where they stand exactly in the power rankings. Obviously the Thieves, the start they had today, maybe keep them towards the top, dancing in that top 4 range. I'm just excited to see how it all plays out.
Well, I mean, we're almost finished here for this series. Of course, we still have our Scuff Play of the Game coming up. But yeah, man, I mean, you gotta just keep doing what you're doing. And what are you thinking about teams that may be challenging them? Sorry, the Scuff Play of the Game's here. What am I saying? It's Crim going absolutely buck wild. That final round, wild stuff coming out of Dallas. Chance, take it away.
It's almost like a waterfall. Like as soon as you get that pressure towards A, it's just a non-stop flood from both teams just trying to fly and get as aggressive as possible. That was like the first 2 piece that iLLeY was able to pick up. Then you get the next AR on point. Meanwhile, just like the stack is in. And credit to Seattle. I will say, even from working themselves from the tough spot, this is where they made a very strong opening. Quite a few of these AR players getting picks. There's another 2-piece from iLLeY, by the way. But in the end, it was just enough gunfire. The final man, it's right here. Huke comes through, gets that second kill. If he does not get that gunfight win, the A pressure immediately goes back to Seattle. But that final gunfight, the difference maker, Huke, you saw him in the hard point. You saw him the entire series long. You know he's going to win those and make sure that they get that offensive win.
Dude, I was watching like Octane rip 2 guys off the back of the radar truck, and like Gunless gets involved, helps out with a third, and then Huke comes around the corner. He wipes those guys both out as well. I mean, it was just like individual play after individual play, like having to do the hard, like win some of the most difficult gunfights in those situations. Mad props to everyone there. A fantastic display of skill all round, but My God, that's it. That's the day's games finished. But if the Call of Duty League is anything, it is non-stop. Challengers is still rip-roaring. We've, of course, seen the Challengers Elite broadcast earlier this week, and this is what you can expect from Challengers throughout the 2021 season. Of course, we've got 20 weekend cut tournaments across NA, EU, and APAC, $130,000 total prize in there. We have 5 open events during team majors across the North American, EU, and APAC regions again. That means you can sign up and have a shot at $500,000 total prizing overall. We have the Elite schedule, of course, running through, of course, from February 6th to 24th, all the way down there June 26th and the 14th there. That's the 5th season. It's non-stop here in Challengers as well. Call of Duty is taking over, and the league is doing what it can to make sure that you, those players at home, can take a crack at these big players, try and earn some money, maybe even get in the league. We've seen the Challengers divisions produce some of the finest up-and-coming talent that has made their way into the Call of Duty League, literally turning their lives around, you know, going from, I play a lot of Call of Duty to, I'm now a professional Call of Duty player. It is possible. Sorry, I didn't mean to, I might have grabbed you there, mate. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to do that. My bad. Still getting used to the virtual set. Right. Chance, you watched a bit of Challenges. It's been a lot of fun. A lot of fresh new faces on the broadcast. A lot of great new players coming up. I mean, who's your favorite rookie of the season so far? Say Neptune.
That's actually a tough question. I mean, it's hard not to just immediately give a lot of love to Neptune just because he's been playing Call of Duty for the shortest amount of time and has already made his dent. Fire is a player that can bring the fire. I hate that I made the pun, but whatever. The kid is also sick and could be a focal point for this Paris roster. He looked great in the Kickoff Classic, and maybe not a rookie, but I'm so excited to watch Parasite play, man. It has been a long time since we've seen him in a pro league. He has potentially one of the greatest redemption arcs because it has been years since he's been around. This is a world champ from Black Ops 2. The opportunity to play with British players of all things to try to get that ball rolling. It's going to be a ton of fun. There's so many players, honestly, we need to pay a great deal of attention to. So we just need to get the day started, man. I'm excited for the weekend.
Yeah, very, very excited for the weekend. We do have a very long and wonderful week of Call of Duty action for you here. Again, with this is day 1 of 4. So there's tons of Call of Duty to be had. There's a lot of Call of Duty to be watched. And that is why you, my friends, must make sure that you earn as many of these in-game rewards like these emblems, calling cards, weapon stickers, charms, you name it. All of these are available to be earned just by watching from home. Go to callofdutyleague.com, register and link your Activision and YouTube accounts so that you can earn this weekend's reward. And this weekend is that cash stack weapon charm on the left-hand side of your screen and a 30-minute double XP token. We love ourselves some of that sweet, sweet double XP tokens, and any way to flex on our friends is a good thing. So link your accounts, tune into the broadcast, and get yourself a sweet little dingle-dangle off the side of your gun. I know I will be. I've actually got it in a second tab open right now, making sure that I'm getting all the goodies. Chance, I hope you're doing the same thing, brother. The same thing, brother. I'll take that as a hell yeah.
Absolutely. I always do the same thing, Miles.
When we come back up to the break, Lottie's going to be talking to Crimsix to close out the day. It's been a wonderful day of Call of Duty, and we've got a whole weekend more. We'll see you after the break.
Empire have smashed the gates open. Oh no, Huke is in, you bait. Oh, it's a shot punch. Oh no! Once again, they saved the day.
Hello everybody and welcome to the Game Fuel Victory Spotlight. Joining us, we do have the one and only Crimsix from Dallas Empire. Crim, I gotta say, you always seem to do it somehow. Your team comes off so hot every time we come into a season. Last season was something to go by, obviously reigning champs and looking formidable yet again into this brand new season. How have you guys prepared though, since we saw you in the Kickoff Classic coming into the season where the points now count?
To prepare, I mean, when did the game come out? November? October? It was a while ago. So I'm excited to start playing again, and it's been a very long time since we did. But yeah, I mean, this year we sort of wanted to make it a little bit different because we have way more experience now. We have way more, work fundamentals. Not so much of a learning curve. So, Minnesota last year we got absolutely destroyed and didn't win a map, but hopefully we're making this a little.
Hey, it's a definite change of tune from last season, the beginning. You guys obviously have gone through it in terms of coming into the new game. We've gone back to 4v4. You had to drop, a very good core player from your roster to make that happen in this new game. How was that? How was that process, and how are you guys getting on as a new core roster?
Honestly, it sucks. It sucks a lot because anyone who won champs is going to be a very difficult decision. There was, when you win the last series of the last game, basically you're winning champs finals. There's just like no one to blame. Everyone did their part. Everyone played phenomenal. That's what I like. That's what it takes to win nowadays. And the fact that we had to do that, ridiculous. But
yeah, sometimes it's very hard. Things have to happen. Changes have to be made. But through all of that, I wish you guys the best of luck this season. I appreciate it so much. Crim, do you have your ring on hand to show us before we head to a break real quick? Is it here? We need to see the blame, man. We got to see this ice. We've got to see it. We've already seen it all over the cameras.
I got all of them, but the other ones, they all fit one finger, but they don't fit the other one. But the one thing, I wonder if you guys can see this.
That's all right.
Wait. Here. Hold on. Wait, I gotta go the other way. Wait.
We're getting there.
We're getting
there, folks. Ready?
Wait.
It's too icy for the camera, my dude.
Look. Okay. Wait. You see the 6? Look at the C.
Yeah. Oh.
Look how good that is.
See, that is clean.
Yeah,
now I understand.
Who did this?
I understand why you chose your name.
Good job. Wow.
We need to find out. That guy deserves a promotion. That guy or girl. Crushed it. Absolutely crushed it. That is stunning. Grim, I'm sure you're hoping to add another ring to the collection on your thingy.
Mickey Mouse ring, guys.
I love it. Well, Grim, thank you so much for joining me. It's a pleasure as always. Super fun. Take care, and I'll see you very soon. Folks, we are going to head to a quick break. But when we come back, we have the breakdown of everything we saw today, and we're going to be closing out the show in future for tomorrow. So really excited, and see you guys then.
3, 2, 1, go!
They say credit belongs to the man in the arena who spends himself in a worthy cause. The credit belongs to those who dare greatly. And to those that fail, at least fail daringly. Target terminated. The glory is reserved for the few who, no matter what, answer the call to enter the arena. The call doesn't care if you fight for 1 or 20,001. It echoes out, reverberating across the globe. It only acts to reach the bold, never the timid. It's what's next, what's now, and what will always be.
Scump from up high. 1, 2. This is non-stop. They've got nowhere to run. It's a massacre. Wow. I got 2. Money. Airstrike coming in. It's an ambush. The spawns are out of control.
Call delivers victory to the deserving and rewards the devoted. For when your time comes, there is only one option. Enter the arena. Fight for the call.
Hello friends and welcome back to the Call of Duty League. Now what an incredible first day we have just had here at the opening weekend, the Atlanta home series, and we're here live on a virtual set here at Atlanta itself. Look at that view behind us, damn.
Fabulous.
Man. It's nighttime here. It's been nighttime, I think, the whole afternoon, but that's okay. We love the view. It's been amazing. Mr. X, Nameless, of course, we've had an epic first day, had a great first couple of matches, and honestly, I want to get straight into the nitty-gritty. We've seen Dallas Empire once again. We've seen them accelerate from the Kickoff Classic back into another dub, and boy, what a fashion to do it in. I've got to ask you, Nameless, any cracks in this Dallas Empire armor at all?
Not that we've seen so far. I mean, back-to-back matches, they've won 3-0. They've dominated so far. Different players turning up at different times. This is the World Championship winners, right? These are the champions. And coming out in the next season, they have dominated and they haven't skipped a beat. Typically, when a team wins a World Championship the next season, you do see some cracks in their armor off the rip, right? Like their overconfidence maybe sometimes. Not with Empire. They're on form and they're the team to beat right now, 100%.
Yeah, I mean, they looked pretty damn good out there, and rightfully so. I mean, even against Seattle Surge, who have some very incredible players on their roster, they seem just flawless out there. Mr. X, I've got to ask you, man, are you seeing any kind of weaknesses coming through from Dallas that maybe you, as a player on a roster, could have definitely capitalized on?
I kind of tend to agree with Ant, where I really don't think so. I think they looked really good today, and I think what Ant said is entirely true. A lot of the times with like a championship team like this, you don't have the same fire to come back and like do it all again and push yourself even further. I think that's where having somebody like Crim on the roster is huge. You know, somebody who's had these like long runs with teams in the past that have been really successful. So I think to have him like kind of guiding some of those younger players through this year, I don't think you'll see that with them. I think this will be a team that's really strong all year long. I agree.
Yeah, I definitely do agree. And I think from my perspective on it, it's got to be, I'm questioning some of our teams and whether or not through the season, whether or not they're going to be able to come up with some counter strats with Dallas Empire. And it's very early on. They're winning so convincingly so far. But can we see some teams come up with some wins against them? Are we going to see kind of, you know, a total rivalry start to form with some of the big dogs that we have already in the league? I mean, that is the question, is can our teams dance with Dallas Empire? I guess we're going to have to find out at some point. Yeah, we will definitely see. Now, I think another thing to look into tomorrow is, of course, our schedule. So let's take a look at what is going to be coming your way. We have some very, very exciting things our opening weekend here. We have already seen, of course, the Røkkr versus LA Thieves. We've seen Seattle Surge versus Dallas Empire. So next up, we got OpTic versus Legion and FaZe versus Guerrillas tomorrow. Really, really excited about what is to come. And I'm very excited, once again, to see Atlanta FaZe perform. That is something I'm very interested to see. do FaZe have the fire we all know that they've had last season, but can they bring it into this brand new season and brand new game? Nameless, what are you thinking? What are your thoughts on Atlanta FaZe?
Yeah, so if you look at all the teams on paper, there was a lot of people thinking that FaZe would just be by far the best team in the game, right? And then you saw at kickoff when they played the Mutineers, that was a tough match for them. FaZe looked human. And honestly, FaZe, they have a lot of work to do after that match. So I think that if there was a time for them to lose a series like that, it was at kickoff weekend, and they had a couple of weeks to, fix the problems that they were having. I really just want to see how FaZe perform tomorrow. They're playing the Los Angeles Guerrillas, great roster, but FaZe should handle them easily, right? So FaZe have some problems in that series, then it might be a little bit concerning if you're a FaZe fan.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, to be honest, LAG looking pretty good as well at the Kickoff Classic. So it can definitely be an interesting one. Mr. X, what are your opinions on FaZe?
I think FaZe should be a team like with Arcitys now in the mix. I think with like Thieves and OpTic and obviously the Empire, like kind of Arcity to FaZe gets lost a little bit. I mean, that's like a huge pickup for them coming into this season. I think early on, we'll start to see like one of these two teams, whether it's Atlanta FaZe or OpTic Chicago, really kind of separate themselves and start to get towards like Dallas Empire and, make a run towards being, one of the best teams, if not contend for the best team in the game. I'm excited to see which one tomorrow comes out the strongest and who looks the best to get there.
Absolutely. I just want to see them live up to their big dog name that they established last season. I want to see them re-establish themselves as a new 4v4 team with their new pickup, Arcitys, which honestly I think benefits their team right now in tremendous ways. And I really want to see that start to come out against players, against other teams, and really show us what they can do. And I felt like they couldn't do that at the Kickoff Classic for whatever reason.
Now it matters, right? So
Yeah, it does. Now it matters. So obviously the show is over in terms of getting no points on the board. Today is where it counts. Tomorrow is where it counts. Here on after is where it counts. This is where the points are had. And I think that, I just want to know which teams right now are going to be the most viable threat to, I think, honestly, a very well-rounded Dallas Empire team that have already kind of stamped their mark on this league. So I'm very, very excited about it, gents. I can't wait. But we do have a whole day tomorrow to get through as well. So I can't wait, man. I can't wait. So will I see you guys bright and early tomorrow for some action? Because we've got CDL Primetime.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'll be here. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be here tomorrow. So, yeah. I mean, Nameless, are you going to be here tomorrow? I don't know.
No, I'm sleeping in this virtual set. This is where I'm at now. I love it.
I can't move either. I've got my pillow right here, and I'm basically ready to go. The lights stay on. This is home now. We're home. We're home in the headquarters. It's the best thing ever. But thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. It has been an absolute pleasure bringing you the first day. It's our opening weekend, the Atlanta home series. We got day 2 coming right up. So thank you so much for joining us, and good night.
I've had enough of this. Fun and game's over. Somehow he finds that kill. Lines him up. Unbelievable.
I cock back, take a shot, get the kill switch.
Lining up for Temp though. He's able to take down 3. Woo! Dallas Empire have smashed the gates open. Oh no, Huke is in your bait. Oh, it's a shot punch. Oh no! Once again, they saved the day.